It's game day. Oh, man. We have Chiefs Jaguars coming soon in a key, big time AFC matchup here. I'm just going to make sure that I am good to go. Everywhere I should be streaming to you live from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter or X or whatever it's calling. You are able to get me on all three of those. Welcome. Oh, man, what a big game here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. A lot of you may not know the history between Doug Peterson and Andy Reid, the two coaches of the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. These two have known each other for a long time. When Andy Reid became the quarterback's coach in Green Bay in the mid-'90s, Doug Peterson was in that quarterback room. When Andy Reid took over as head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, he brought with him Doug Peterson to help mentor Donovan McNabb. Later, Doug Peterson became Andy Reid's quarterback's coach. When Andy Reid came to Kansas City, he brought Doug Peterson, but this time Peterson became the offensive coordinator. And now these two are coaching against each other. These two are longtime friends. If you watch both teams, the offenses look very, very similar to each other. And there's a lot of similarities between these two. The one thing that you're going to see that's a little different between Kansas City and Jacksonville is I noticed Kansas City likes to use a lot of different types of formations, which you'll see offensively and defensively is a lot of different formation groups. With Kansas City, you'll see a lot of 4 wide receiver, then 3 tight end, 2 tight end, commonly called as 12 personnel, 13 personnel. With Jacksonville, you're basically going to see a 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end set, and Travis Etienne in the background, what Jacksonville likes to use. And you're going to see this formation almost universally between with the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're going to see Travis Etienne, Evan Ingram, Zay Jones, Calvin Ridley, and Christian Kirk. That's going to be the formation that I'm going to see here. I'm going to double check to make sure my settings are good to go here. And I'm cannot tell you how excited I am. One thing that I did change, and I want to make sure that it's not affecting the stream, is to put a comment on. It has to be, you have to be a subscriber, and that's something I did new this time here. And let me double check to make sure I am good to go. If you don't mind, somebody could drop a comment. I would be greatly appreciative. I just want to make sure that I am set up and I am good to go here. For everybody that's watching today, I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very happy. Big news here in Kansas City for the Chiefs and Jaguars here. And I'm having my apologies here. I'm having some technical difficulties here. Making sure that I am good to go here. All right. We are good to go. We are good to go. We are good to go. Here to say good luck and see where Taylor lines up. Hey, Funk, thanks a lot, brother. I appreciate it. Man, good luck to the Lions. This is going to be a big game for the Detroit Lions this week, too. So, man, thanks for the love and support here. We will be doing while I'll be doing play-by-play during the commercial breaks, I will go ahead and give the scores to the other games, other teams. Any updates you want to provide for Detroit and Seattle would be most appreciative. So, Keys, welcome, brother. We already saw Thursday night the NFL wasn't cracking down on illegal formation Yeah. At least for teams not named the Chiefs. I got with me a energy drink. I don't know why. I don't need it. This is going to be a good game. We are ready here, and Jacksonville will receive here. It's going right to left on your screen here. We are ready to go. Chiefs Jaguars in a very key, very big AFC matchup. Butker with the kick, and it looks like it's going to be a fair catch, and Jacksonville will start off at the 25. Now, if you're a Chiefs fan, you may think that while the offenses look similar, the one thing that's really different about the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars is that Jacksonville loves to use the same grouping. While they will rotate players in, you're going to see a lot of Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, and Calvin Ridley, a lot of those three wide receivers. Evan Ingram, more of a big receiver than tight end, but he will be used quite a bit. And then you're going to see Travis Etienne. Chris Jones is out there today. He is actually starting. I'm a little surprised here. Lawrence in shotgun formation, motion to the bottom of the screen. It's a draw right up the middle. Travis Etienne stopped for a gain of 1. And it's going to be 2nd and 9 here. One thing about Peterson, he runs the ball a little bit more than Andy Reid does. Travis Etienne needs to have a big game here. Brandon Sheriff is also getting the start for Jacksonville. He was injured in the Indianapolis game, but he is good to go today. Jacksonville's in the all teal uniforms. I'm not going to lie, the teal uniforms look really cool. Quick pass, Christian Kirk on a bubble screen, tackled after a gain of 5. It looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 4 here. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for Jacksonville as we have a very key, our first 3rd down of the game here. They supposedly made an emphasis during the refs' meetings. Sheriff is out there. He was injured. It looked like a really bad injury against Indianapolis Colts, but he is out there. 5-time former Pro Bowlers, probably their best offensive lineman, so it was a big loss. 3rd and 4 here. Trevor Lawrence is in shotgun formation, trips to the right of his screen. Evan Ingram to the bottom here. Etienne to his right. Quick pass to Lawrence, and it's going to be a 1st down, a 6-yard gain to Calvin Ridley, who last week had 7 catches in the first half alone. That was a personal high. So I fully expect that we're going to see a lot of Calvin Ridley today. The big acquisition that Jacksonville traded for in the offseason. He was on a gambling suspension all of last year, didn't play, but he is going to play all of this year. And big impact early on as he catches the 3rd down completion, 1st and 10. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation. They're going to go ahead and motion out the running back to the bottom of the screen here. It's going to be an empty formation. They got Brendan Strong, 2nd-round pick there. It's a quick pass to Evan Ingram, and he powers forward to a 1st down. Nice play by Jacksonville. About a 20-yard gain right here. Great job by Jacksonville. What it was is just a quick bubble screen, and what they did is they brought out their second tight end, Strange. I'm sorry, it was Preston Strange here. He's 2nd-round pick out of Penn State. Jacksonville has a couple rookies here that are going to play significant minutes, including Anton Harrison, their starting right tackle. We're getting back here. It's 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory. It's on the 46-yard line here. Jacksonville's Trevor Lawrence is in shotgun formation. Handoff right up the middle. Travis Etienne, he's going to power forward. Looks like a gain of 4 here. Nice play by Travis Etienne, Trevor Lawrence's former teammate at Clemson. These two have a really nice rapport and won a lot of games at Clemson and trying to do the same thing here in Jacksonville. It's going to be 2nd and 6 here as Jacksonville, if they get a 1st down, they'll be almost in field goal range. The last half of the season last year, Jacksonville ended the season 7-2. They were one of the AFC's best teams here. 2nd and 6 from the 42 here. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun. Travis Etienne behind him. Motion to the bottom of the screen here. Fakes handoff to Travis Etienne. Goes over the middle. Incompletion to Calvin Ridley. That would have been a 1st down at 30. Turns out to be as incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 6 here for Jacksonville, another key 3rd down. And one of the things Kansas City did is they came in with a corner blitz here, and you'll see a lot of that today. Something Steve Spagnuolo, the Chiefs defensive coordinator, does a lot of. He likes the blitz. He likes they've been using Chiefs. One of the things that they've done a little differently this year than last year is you see some different things here. Speaking of different, Chris Jones lined up as defensive end here. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Evan Ingram as a slot receiver at the bottom of the screen. It's going to be a snap. Trevor Lawrence. It is sacked by Karlaftis and Mike Hanna. Great job, Chiefs. It's going to force a 4th down, and the sack puts them out of field goal range, so Jacksonville will punt here. Nice play by George Karlaftis. This was very interesting what the Chiefs did defensively. Chris Jones was an end, and they put Chris Jones was an end, and then George Karlaftis played tackle, faked the stunt. George Karlaftis powered inside, got the sack. And with a punt here, it's going to be fair caught by Richie James at the 9. No, it looks like the 10-yard line. So the Kansas City Chiefs will get the ball 1st and 10 when play resumes here. It'll be a 1st and 10 going left to right to your screen here as we have a television timeout. It's 10:52 left in the 1st quarter. Schrift is a former Hawkeye. Yes, he's Jacksonville's best offensive lineman. Nothing annoys me more on defense and cornerbacks playing past the LTG line to go line. I'm not sure. The Lions are off to a rough start, and as we are on a commercial break here, I am going to go ahead and bring up the scores for the rest of the games. That way, you are good to go. If you have any questions yet, line to gain. Okay, yeah, cornerbacks playing past the line to gain. Yes. All right, so I'm going to make sure I don't want to miss any highlights here. So while we're on commercial break, Green Bay Atlanta is scoreless. Chargers and Titans are the same. Bears Tampa Bay. Baltimore Cincinnati scoreless. The Raiders are up 7-0 early in the 1st. Seattle and Detroit is at 0, and Indianapolis is up 7-0 against Houston. If you have any prop bets, any action that you want me to go over while I'm doing the game, just let me know, and I'll keep an eye out for you. I'll make sure I put some notes here. I do have my energy drink. I don't know why I really don't need it. I'm very jacked up today. I think this is a very key AFC matchup, and the reason why in this preseason, I had as these two teams finishing the 1 and 2 seed in the AFC. I firmly believe that if the Kansas City Chiefs lose this game, they'll be 0-2. Jacksonville will be 2-0. So you have to catch up 3 games in order to get that home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And I don't think it's possible. I do think that if the Chiefs win this game and both these teams are 1-1, Jacksonville can still be the number 1 seed. Now, if you're the number 1 seed, are you guaranteed to go to the playoffs? No, you're not. You're not guaranteed to go to the playoffs. Or I'm sorry, you're not guaranteed to go to the Super Bowl. But you always want that home field advantage for the playoffs, and that's why this game is so crucial. Because I firmly believe if the Chiefs lose this game, it's not possible for them to catch up to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Funk says Geno is 4 for 4 with over 40 yards already. All right, we are back to the game here. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in shotgun formation. Isaiah Pacheco is going to be to his left. They're going to motion MVS to the bottom of the screen. So hand off to Pacheco right up the middle, and he's going to power forward for a gain of 4. One of the biggest differences you'll see between Jacksonville's defense and Kansas City Chiefs defense is that Jacksonville's 4 linebackers, first overall pick in last year's draft, Trayvon. Oh boy, I'm sorry. I had a brain freeze here. Trayvon Walker, Devin Lloyd, Foysi Oluokun, and I'm butchering that name. I apologize. And Josh Allen back to play here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass 2nd and 6. It's a first down. Well, it was a first down. MVS went backwards. Basically, he had the first down. He went backwards, and he's going to end up making this a 3rd and short. So he did have the first down, but he fought for extra yardage, and he went backwards here. So it's a loss here of where he ended up losing a yard. So instead of it being a first down, it's going to be 3rd and 1 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. MVS pulling it. MVS pulling a D-Rob. Third and about a half a yard sprint out Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, the play was gone here. He's back to pass, and he throws the ball. He throws the ball to new left tackle Donovan Smith, who this is an illegal play here. He's not an eligible receiver. So the Chiefs really quickly go 3 and out. It looked like the Chiefs were trying to do a sprint out, and I'm not sure exactly what happened, but as soon as Donovan Smith caught the ball, he just stopped because he knew that he was not supposed to catch the ball. But it's going to be a penalty, but Jacksonville is going to decline the penalty and make it 4th and 1, and the Kansas City Chiefs will go 3 and out early. Not a good deal for the Kansas City Chiefs here early. So there's already been 7 penalties already still in the first drive. Oh my God, that's very ugly. Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened here. The Chiefs have done this quite often where it's a quick sprint out and somebody made a mistake here. We'll find out who if they show a replay. Back to punt would be the Kansas City Chiefs. And Ray Agnew is going to go ahead and actually the ball is going to bounce. It takes the Kansas City Chiefs bounce to the 31-yard line. So the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be in good field position once play resumes here. We are at zeros with 9:12 left in the first quarter. Not saying it's a low IQ move by an offensive lineman, but certainly wasn't a high IQ move by an offensive lineman. Weak PI in the end zone. We have some score updates here. Baltimore is up 7-0 at Cincinnati. Tampa Bay gets on the board first as they are hosting the Chicago Bears. They are up 3-0. And Seattle scores a touchdown against the Detroit Lions. They are up 6-0 with 8:48 left in the first. So those are all of our scoring updates here as we are on a commercial break here. Just a friendly reminder here, if you have any prop bets, anything that you want me to keep tabs of for this game or other games, let me know. And Funk says he's missing Pascal, right? I'm guessing Pascal isn't playing, but unfortunately, hey, listen, it's an early game. It's early. It's only in the first quarter as we are going right now. So don't be too discouraged with Detroit early on. One thing about Detroit Lions is that last year they were the 4th highest scoring team in the NFL. So you can score points in bunches. Don't worry about it. If you're just tuning in to Chiefs and Jags, Jacksonville got 1 first down, then had to punt on 3rd down. It was a sack by George Karlaftis. The Chiefs got the ball in a very quick 3 and out as the Kansas City Chiefs offense does not look like it's on all cylinders. Pascal's on the IR. CJ, GJ came off the field, and Decker is out. These are not good things for the Detroit Lions. It's still early. You're only down. I saw 6. I'm assuming they made the so it's 7-0. 8:48 left in the first. So do not be too discouraged, Funk. Do not be too discouraged. It's a long game, and the Detroit Lions offense is potent. So do not be worried here. We are returning back to the game here. It is 9:12 left in the first quarter. Jacksonville takes the field here. They're going to line up. Trevor Lawrence is in shotgun formation. Travis Etienne is going to be to his left. To the bottom of the screen is Christian Kirk. It's going to be a fake handoff to Etienne on the middle. Trevor Lawrence's pass is batted down. It looked like he was trying to go deep here to his left. something I think Jacksonville may do a little more of is try to go deep this game. And the reason why is you want to open up things underneath here. It was Haloti Nada with, by the way, a great play by Nada, getting pressure right up the middle and then knocking the ball down. One thing you're going to see from the Kansas City Chiefs is rotating a lot of defensive linemen. They're absolutely great play by Nada. It's going to be 2nd and 10 here. Jacksonville, same formation, except Christian Kirk's going to line up in the backfield. It's a fumbled snap here. Trevor Lawrence going to pick it up and throw the ball. I thought he was throwing it away. He threw it to the feet of Zay Jones. This could have been a disaster. He bobbled the snap, and it went backwards. Trevor Lawrence had the intelligence to pick the ball up. I thought he was throwing it away, but he threw it at the feet of Zay Jones. So instead of a big, I stand corrected. This is a bad snap. This was off to Trevor Lawrence's right. He actually wasn't even able to touch the ball, but give credit to Trevor Lawrence. Lucky bounce, which could have been a disaster here, but instead it's just going to be 3rd and 10, but 3rd and long. And we have a stoppage of the play here, and it's an illegal substitution for the Kansas City Chiefs here. So you're going to get 5 free yards to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Instead of 3rd and 10, it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and manageable. Not a good play. And by the way, a legal substitution, it's just too many men on the field. Same thing with offense. You can't have 12 and then bring one off. Same thing with a defensive side of the ball here. And so veteran defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo not happy. It looks like the rookie Connor, 4th round pick out of Virginia Tech, did not understand that he was not or is supposed to be on the field. It's 3rd and 5 here. Trevor Lawrence back to pass. Incompletion. Calvin Ridley is wanting a pass. He's wanting defensive holding or pass interference. He was covered by the Jarius Sneed here. There is no flag on the play here. Does a nice release here, and the Chiefs got lucky with this one, folks, because the Jarius Sneed put his arm around him before the ball came here. This should have been a penalty. The Chiefs get off with a Chiefs get lucky here. It's going to be 4th and 5, and they are going to punt the ball. We have Richie James back in the 10. He's going to move to the top of the screen. He's not going to be able to break the tackle, and he's going to be stopped at the 14-yard line. So when play resumes, 1st and 10 by the Kansas City Chiefs here. Derek Noddy. I got a little I got my names mixed up here. I already had a few name freezes here. I forgot Trayvon Walker. I forgot Trayvon Walker's name immediately, so I feel really bad about that, because one big difference about the Kansas City Chiefs and Jacksonville Jaguars is you're going to see Trayvon Walker, Devin Lloyd, Foyshi Oluquan, and I'm butchering that name, I apologize, and his story is fantastic. Here's a guy, 6th round pick out of Yale, the football powerhouse Yale. And he works his way up to being a starter in Atlanta. His first full season as starter, leads the NFL in tackles, gets a big free agent contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then he goes ahead and leads the NFL in tackles again. So the player who's led the NFL in tackles the last 2 years comes from the football powerhouse Yale. Yes, it's the same Ivy League school, and he won't leave the field. Him and Devin Lloyd will play every single snap. Both these guys are good against the run. They're good against the pass, but their best defensive player is Josh Allen. Josh Allen had a personal high last week against Indianapolis, so 3 sacks. He is their best player. He's their most disruptive player, and he's also playing for a big contract. So that's a big deal. But those 4 players are the strength of the Jacksonville Jaguars, those linebackers. You'll see defensive linemen rotate in and out, just like the Kansas City Chiefs do. In the secondary, they got a hard hitter in Cisco. He did get a 15-yarder last week for headhunting, I'm going to call it, but very physical safety in the backfield. They do have some good players on this defense, but those 4 linebackers are definitely the strength of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and those guys are not leaving the field. A little hook there. Yeah, I think it should have been a penalty. Kansas City got away with one. Luckily, for us here, because it does look like it should have been called, but it forced a punt, and the Chiefs got to get this offense going. Keys gives me some great advice. Just call it a player's baby and you'll be fine. Yes, I probably should do that. I've already butchered a few names here. Foysi Oluquan, I'm butchering that name. Maybe the best middle linebacker in football. Back to play here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation here. Trips at the bottom of the screen. Travis Kelsey's closest to the line of scrimmage, lined up in the slot. Isaiah Pacheco to his right, and it's a incompletion as Patrick Mahomes was trying to hit Justin Watson, who was the only wide receiver to the top of the screen here. Covered by safety Andre Cisco. I think the Chiefs are looking at this being a mismatch here with Justin Watson against the safety, but Cisco almost came down with a pick. This was a great play. Cisco's known for his hitting, but shows some coverage ability here. This bounces right off his hands. This could have been a pick. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 here. The Chiefs are lining up 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Travis Kelsey's going to motion up near the line of scrimmage here. It's going to be a fake handoff, quick play to Sky Moore, catches the ball at the 20. So it's going to be 3rd and 3. Sky Moore, first catch of the season. He was a guy that I thought would have a big impact on the Chiefs this year, and he got nothing week 1. I thought that he was a player that needs to get a lot more involved in the offense this year. But we have Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Kelsey, MVS, Sky Moore, and Kadarius Toney. Patrick Mahomes motions Toney out of the backfield to the slot. Patrick Mahomes sprints to his right, catches by Kadarius Toney, breaks the tackles, pushed out of bounds. I believe at the 30-yard line, or it looks like the 29-yard line. First down for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kadarius Toney makes a very nice play here on 3rd and 3 here. Kadarius Toney blasted by myself and a lot of Chiefs fans for those drops last week. I apologize, not the 29. It's a 34-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Noah Gray has entered the game here. Fake handoff, little screen, bubble screen to Kadarius Toney. Breaks a tackle here, gets past midfield at the 49-yard line. Kadarius Toney making some plays in this game. Very nice job. Jukes for Oluquan out. Very nice juke move, as he could have been tackled for a 10-yard gain. Instead, breaks a tackle, makes it a gain of 20. Sky Moore and Sky Moore with a very nice block on the play here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass, fakes a handoff, goes up middle of the screen. It's Travis Kelsey, but he drops the ball here. Noah Gray and Sky Moore had some excellent blocks for Kadarius Toney on that play here. And Travis Kelsey is trying to go ahead and make his first reception this season, drops the ball here. We have a score update. It is Las Vegas 7 and Buffalo 7, as former Raiders running back Latavius Murray scores a 4-yard rushing touchdown. So Buffalo and the Raiders are tied at 7. Patrick Mahomes is a little screen passing. Kadarius Toney again. He's going to break a tackle. Powers forward. We got a first down here, folks. Kadarius Toney should have been stopped for a gain of 4. Powers forward for a gain of 11. It's going to be first down for the Kansas City Chiefs as they enter Jacksonville territory. What a great job by Kadarius Toney. What a monster game he's having early on. Good job for Toney here as he puts Kansas City Chiefs inside Jacksonville territory. He's inside Jacksonville at the 40. We have Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation here. We have 3 to the bottom of the screen, fake handoff to, and it's going to be tipped and incomplete here. So it'll be 2nd and 10 on the Jacksonville. Looks like it's the Jacksonville 38-yard line. So even though I'm going to call it field goal range, it would be a long one. Devin Lloyd got his hand up, would have been another first down completion for the Kansas City Chiefs. Devin Lloyd makes a nice play, 2nd round pick. First round pick, second-year player out of Utah here. Travis Kelsey enters the game here. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes back to pass, a little screen off to Isaiah Pacheco. He goes ahead and breaks a tackle, but gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. So it's going to be 3rd and long here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Very key 3rd down. While it technically is field goal range, it's a long field goal. And that's something the Kansas City Chiefs don't want to do. Early on, it's been 1 rush and 10 passes. The Kansas City Chiefs are throwing the ball. It looks like it's going to be actually 3rd and 10 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is in shotgun formation. There's lots of red in this crowd today at I believe it's Alltel Stadium. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. Jared McKinnon enters the game. Patrick Mahomes is going to scramble around, throws the ball, and it's Travis Kelsey, his first reception of the season here. But there is a flag on the play here. We're going to find out what it is, but Jacksonville's pointing towards the Chiefs here. It's going to be holding on Kansas City, so it's going to be 3rd and 20. When play resumes here, big holding penalty here on a new left tackle, Donovan Smith, as the Chiefs are throwing the ball quite a bit early on, of course, on 3rd and 10, needed to. And by the way, it was a good hold because Josh Allen, as we talked about earlier, Jacksonville's best defensive player, was going to sack Mahomes if he wasn't held. Patrick Mahomes ended up moving in pocket, making a very nice throw, but still, for Moot, as it's 3rd and 20, as play resumes here. It's going to be 3rd and 20 on a Jacksonville 49. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation, takes a snap here, scrambling around, dumps it off in the flat to Jared McKinnon. He's going to break a tackle, but ultimately ends up short of the first down. It's going to be the 37-yard line, so if the Chiefs do go for a field goal, it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a 55-yard field goal here. Josh Reynolds picked up where he left off, and golf is 4 for 4. Good news is in 3rd and 1 or inches. Is it enough to, it actually is. It actually is. He had a really good game. And I apologize, folks. I was kind of expecting the Chiefs to go for a long field goal at the 37-yard line. Instead, they're going to punt the ball here. The Kansas City Chiefs punt is going to be caught at the 1. As the Chiefs pooch punt is going to be at the 1, Townsend, the Chiefs Pro Bowl punter, makes a nice pooch punt. So when play resumes, it's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars with 99 to go. I'm actually about 10 seconds ahead, so I have to stop myself. I was told that last week that the YouTube TV is a little behind. I'll have to see if there's anything that I can do, but you're probably be about 10 seconds ahead. So, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Tony was leaned on too much last week. Dude just came off an injury. People need time. Plus, it's not like every throw was a dime to him. Okay, for sure. That wait, hey, listen, we have a long game to go here, but I want to see a little more. It doesn't matter that much or biggest impact on the game. All right. So I'm going to go and check out the scores of the other games real fast for you. Atlanta got on the board. They are up 3-0. Chargers are up 3-0 in Nashville. Chicago gets on the board with a touchdown as they are up 7-3 in Tampa. Baltimore still 7-0 at Cincinnati. The Raiders and Bills, 3:16 left in the first quarter. They are tied at 7. Detroit is on the board. It is 7-7 in Ford Field in Detroit for a big game. And we are having some fireworks here in Houston as Indianapolis is up 14-7. So we got some really good games here going on early. Some key games here. We have some NFC matchup with Seattle and Detroit. That's a big one. I think Indianapolis, Houston, while I don't expect much from the rookie quarterbacks, I think this is going to be the start of a really, really good rivalry. Baltimore, Cincinnati is a big game in the AFC North. Cincinnati. Now, last year, Cincinnati started season 0-2. It did not hurt them. The Chargers and Titans is interesting because one of those teams is going to be 0-2 after today. The Chargers and Titans both had narrow losses last week. So A 55-yarder. Yeah, I'm with you. I was fully expecting this is 55. Butker's made 55-yarders before, so I was a little yeah, it is. It's Jacksonville. We are back here, and Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence is actually at the 2. Trevor Lawrence is going to hand off to Etienne, and Etienne's going to get a yard, maybe 2 here, as they decide to just play a little conservative here, and that was something that I'm not really. I'm not really sure about the logic behind playing conservative. That's one thing that it looks like Andy Reid's doing this year. He's a little conservative against the Detroit Lions, and it looks like he's being conservative against his former student and player. And I joked around earlier, the heat won't be a factor. They're showing it's 115 on the field. The heat is going to be a factor today. The Chiefs in the white uniform, Jacksonville's all teal. And Trevor Lawrence, empty formation here, throws the ball here. I apologize because I'm not sure who it is. It's number 25 for the Jacksonville Jaguars, gets a first down. And I should know who this is, but I know it's one of the backup running backs, and I apologize because I'm not sure who that is who made the play here. And here I am doing play-by-play, and I messed up on I don't have that player's name memorized. I do know who it's Dearness Johnson. I remember him from U.S. Actually spent some time with Cleveland, did really well. 1st and 10, handoff to Travis Etienne, and it's blown up by Drew Tranquil, free agent acquisition that we got from the Chargers. Big acquisition, I thought. And really, really good player. He didn't play much against Detroit, but comes up with a nice stop there. It's 2nd and 9 when play resumes here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Key first down. Yeah, from the Browns. I kind of forgot about him. And I forgot that he was on Jacksonville, so that's an error on my part here. But we're 2nd and 9 here, shotgun formation here, 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, quick throw here, dropped by Evan Ingram, who was lined up as a wide receiver at the bottom of the screen on the outside. Nice little slant route. Looks like it should have been caught. The throw's a tiny bit off, but when you're trying to get to that next level of tight end, like Travis Kelsey, you can't make those drops. Of course, Travis Kelsey did have a drop earlier. So it's going to be a key 3rd and 9 here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going to line up with 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Evan Ingram's going to line up next to the line of scrimmage here on the right side. Looks like he's going to line up as they're lining up, trying to double team Karlaftis here. Lawrence back to pass here, and Ridley drops the ball here, but it looks like even if he caught it, he was out of bounds. There is a flag on the play. This could be against Kansas City here. We're going to find out here in just a moment. But it did look like Ridley ran out of bounds. So even if he caught the ball, I'm not sure it would have counted. Yeah, he was significantly out of bounds. Now, L'Jarius Sneed did push him out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. You can't exit the field and then come back and make a play on the ball. But it's going to be a pass interference against Kansas City here. So it's going to be an automatic first down for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Kansas City got off with a gift early. Don't get away with it again, as the first down will put the ball at the 25-yard line for the Kansas City Chiefs. Trevor Lawrence is going to be under center here. Looks like they're lining up Evan Ingram. Looks like they're going to line up 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers here. And it's a handoff to Etienne around the left here, and he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage here. Drew Tranquil and Leo Chenal on the tackle there. Very, very, very nice play by the Chiefs linebackers. Of course, Leo Chenal's doing kind of a hybrid outside linebacker defensive end type of role here. But that's one thing that you're going to see from the Kansas City Chiefs, I think, a little more in this game is you're going to see multiple formation groups, and you're going to see a lot of players from the Kansas City Chiefs. Jacksonville does rotate their defensive tackles, but you'll see that same 4 linebackers almost the entire game here. Steve Spagnuolo, the Chiefs defensive coordinator, getting a little creative here this season. 2nd and 10 for Jacksonville. Evan Ingram to the bottom of the screen, 3 wide receivers to the top. Quick play to Evan Ingram, and he's pushed out of bounds just short of the first down here. Justin Reed on the play, on the stop here. So it's going to be about 3rd and 2, 3rd and about 1.5. This is going to be a very key 3rd down here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going to call it 3rd and 2. When we're under 1 minute here in the first quarter, Kansas City Chiefs need to get a stop here, so you want to get the ball back into Mahomes' hands here. Trevor Lawrence going to line up in shotgun formation. Evan Ingram's going to line up to the right, 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Christian Kirk's going to motion back to the backfield. Ernest Johnson's going to be to Trevor Lawrence's left. Pass play to Christian Kirk. Stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down. Nice play by Justin Watson as he stops. Really nice creative play call, but Justin Watson was not fooled here. I like the play call, but Justin Watson read this perfectly. So it's going to be a nice 4th down here for Kansas City, but we'll see if Doug Peterson wants to get a little creative here. Both Jacksonville and Indianapolis last week went for it on 4th down quite often, and they're going to do it again. It's going to be 4th and 1, but we're at the end of the first quarter. So when we start this top of the second quarter, we're going to see if Jacksonville actually goes for it in their own territory. But we are tied up at 0s at the end of the first quarter. Yeah, I was expecting Drew Tranquill to play a little more against Detroit. He didn't play that much, but looks like they're planning on playing him today. One thing is with the Heat, it looks like the Kansas City Chiefs are going to rotate a lot of players on defense. That's one thing that Jacksonville traditionally hasn't done is rotate a lot of guys, but it does look like they're going to do that today. But I've been seeing a lot of that with the Kansas City Chiefs, including defensive tackle Matt Dickerson, a guy that hasn't really played a lot. I've seen him in there on a couple snaps. Kind of ridiculous. It should have been offsetting. It kind of looked like, from what I saw, kind of looked like he was pushed out of bounds. I think we got a gift earlier. So I'm not too worried about it. Red Sea, what's up, Dan? Corey, what's up, brother? I have all the rest of the games up here. If you're doing any fantasy or if you're doing any prop betting, do let me know. I'll keep track of everything for you. I'm also going to try to keep track of scores and any highlights that come up from any games that I'm not able to let us know about. Put the comments in there. That was a really nice play by Justin Watson. Read the play perfectly. Really nice play design by the Jacksonville Jaguars, by the way. But on 4th and 1, there's no guarantee that Jacksonville's going to punt. No guarantee that Jacksonville's going to punt. Kirby might have knocked himself out of the game. Might have taken DK with him. You never want to see players get knocked out or hurt. Kirby's a big part of the secondary for Detroit, but DK Metcalf, one of the key players for the Seattle Seahawks. So you never want to see anything like that happen. However, I would look at this as an advantage if both players are out, as an advantage for Detroit. I think I may have given myself whiplash celebrating. Yeah. That was a fantastic hit. Now Woolen is down. This game is off to a rough start. That sounds like there's a lot of injuries in that game. So Jacksonville is actually going to punt. It looks like Doug Peterson trying to have a little fun here. So Jacksonville back to punt here. Chiefs are going to get the ball back here. Richie James is going to – and he drops the ball. Jacksonville ball. Richie James drops the punt. Jacksonville is going to recover inside the 20 on the 16-yard line. Jacksonville's in the red zone after Richie James drops the ball. Big play, Jacksonville Jaguars here once play resumes. It should have been Chiefs ball. Richie James drops it. Jacksonville recovers. Jacksonville ball once play resumes here. Wow. Yeah, this is, you never want to see players go down, man. We never want to see players down. I think we have some good depth. Yeah, we do. And that's something that I think the Kansas City Chiefs do have an advantage over Jacksonville. I think Chiefs have a little more depth. And another thing is that Jacksonville, those 4 linebackers aren't leaving the field. And those are their 4 key players. First and 10 at the 17. Jacksonville's inside the red zone after the botched fumble here. It's going to be a handoff to Etienne just right up the middle, and he's going to slide forward to a gain of 3 or 4, depending on where they mark it. But it looks like it's going to be a gain of 3 or 4. And they're showing a replay of the punt here, and it hits him on the shoulder pads. And I don't know if it's windy there, but these things happen, and Chiefs just got to move on. It's 2nd and 7 here, Travis Etienne, and that looks like, and he did. So he leaned forward here, and it's going to be a false start on Jacksonville. It's going to be a 2nd and 12 once play resumes. It's just good old smash mouth defensive football. Yeah. How about them Gators? Vol Gator bait. I did not know that. I'm sorry. You actually probably should have texted me, Denver Gator. I'm going to blame that one on you. You should have sent me a text. I shut off all my social media. I deleted all my social media on my phone so I wouldn't get updates. So I wasn't aware. 2nd and 12 here on the 19. Trevor Lawrence motions to the bottom of the screen here. Travis Etienne looks like he's going to move for a slip screen. Chiefs were prepared. Lawrence moves right up the middle for a gain of 5. He slides down at the 15, so it's going to be a 3rd and 7 here. He should be having a tinted visor if he's going to be returning punts. But, man, he did that. I didn't know that. Second week in a row, special teams has screwed over the defense. You are correct. Red Sea, I had all my social media shut off, so I wasn't aware of that. So a 3rd and 7 here, key 3rd down here, 2 receivers to the bottom, 2 receivers to the top. Travis Etienne's in the backfield. George Kalift is putting pressure. Trevor Lawrence in the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. Now, Zay Jones did make the catch. He was not able to get both feet in bounds, so they will look at it. But it's very clear that Zay Jones did not get the feet in bounds. So it's going to be a field goal attempt coming up soon. And by the way, very nice play by Zay Jones. He gets one and he can't get the other one down. Very nice play. Trent McDuffie on coverage here, 2nd-year player out of Washington for the Kansas City Chiefs. Zay Jones set career highs in yards and receptions last year with Jacksonville. He's had a real nice resurgence here the last 2 seasons, and the 32-yard field goal is up and away. Jacksonville gets on the board first, 3-0 with 12:59 left in the second. The replay looks like it hit him in the shoulder pad. It looked like it hit him in the shoulder pad to me. Montgomery's running strong today. He ran strong last week. I know that. A lot of Lions fans kept on saying that we needed more Gibbs, less Montgomery. I thought the 3-to-1 ratio was perfect. I think for every 3 carries Montgomery gets, I think Gibbs needs to get 1. And the reason why is that, 1, you want to keep Gibbs, who I thought played at like 190, 195. You want to keep him healthy for the playoffs. I think in bigger games, maybe you want to increase the workload, but earlier in the season, I really think that you want to have a nice 3-to-1 ratio. Montgomery's capable of getting that workload. Now, he was injured last year with Chicago, but that's something that, we kind of disagree upon, but Montgomery's one of my, I've always liked David Montgomery. I really, really liked him out of Iowa State. He was looking one direction and the ball already hit him on the other side, never saw it. There, at least at the end. Red Sea, I have some good idea. Yeah, I did not. So what I do is I shut off my social media because I don't want updates. I shut off the social media on my phone. I'm going to wrap it, or I'm going to probably turn it back on Monday morning. So if you guys want to hit me up, put a comment below, because all my social media will be shut off my phone until probably Monday morning. Little love for Denver Gator here. I loved every second of that game. Travis Etienne went off. Trevor Etienne, by the way, Trevor Etienne is Travis Etienne's little brother, plays for the University of Florida. I'm sorry. Keys, pleasure as always. Dan, Travis Etienne rush for nearly 200 yards versus the Vols. Damn. Devin Witherspoon just broke up a 4th and 4 to Laporta. Well, it's good that Witherspoon, he's the 5th overall pick in the draft. He didn't play week 1. So, that's something that they really, really, really need him to do. He needs to make plays. So big play for Witherspoon there. Denver Gator knows my number. I don't know why he didn't text me, but blame Denver Gator on that. We are back to the game here. Jacksonville's going to kick off. It's going to be Jacksonville's up 3-0 as the Kansas City Chiefs offense seems to be missing something. Jacksonville's going to kick it off here, and it's going to be go out of the end zone, so the Chiefs will get the ball on the 25-yard line once play resumes. And Patrick Mahomes, who usually starts the season hot, has not been that way so far. One thing here is with the Jacksonville Jaguars is how fresh can these 4 linebackers stay? These guys probably aren't going to leave the field very often. Josh Allen, just a monster, playing for a big contract here. We get back here. Patrick Mahomes is going to be under center here. It's going to be Kadarius Toney motioning. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He wants to go deep. Throws the ball across the middle here, over the head of Sky Moore. It looked like what they were wanting to do is take a shot downfield here, and Jacksonville had this play read perfectly. They had Sky Moore bottled up. It looked like Sky Moore. The plan was for him to run a deep in route, and they were ready for it. So 2nd and 10 here once play resumes here. Justin Watson, Sky Moore at the bottom of the screen here. Travis Kelsey is going to motion back to the top on the slot. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here, back to pass. He's going to run. He's going to power forward. He's going to run for a 1st down. I thought he was going to slide to sides. That he needs to get a 1st down, so he does it himself. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at the 36-yard line. Patrick Mahomes, 1 carry, 11 yards. So Patrick Mahomes getting it done on the ground here as the Kansas City Chiefs offense trying to make something happen here. Score is 3-0, 12:20 left in the second quarter. Kansas City's got the ball on the 36-yard line. Jared McKinnon enters the game. It's going to be another pass for the Kansas City Chiefs. Quick out to rookie Rashee Rice, gets a 5-yard gain here. Rookie Rashee Rice, 2nd-round pick out of SMU, a player that I'm expecting a lot of this year for the Kansas City Chiefs. And he's going to play a little bit, and he's got a 5-yard reception early. Looks like Cincinnati tied it up on an 81-yard punt return. So Cincinnati, Baltimore are at 7 each. 2nd and 5 for the Kansas City Chiefs on the 41 here. Patrick Mahomes hands it off, and Trayvon Walker just blew this up here. It looked like something was slightly off on this play. They did some motion, and then they moved. They put Jared McKinnon in the game here. He was to Patrick Mahomes' right. He took the handoff going to the left here, and Trayvon Walker just blew this up. Number 95, Roberson Harris actually got some pressure on the inside, forcing McKinnon to cut inside where there was nowhere to go. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 here. McKinnon stays in the game, trips to the bottom of the screen here. Travis Kelsey to the top. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. Mahomes has time. He's looking for something, and he's got Justin Watson at midfield, fumbles, and is it going to be Jacksonville ball here, or is Watson down? No! Olakun recovers the fumble. It's going to be Jacksonville ball at midfield. Justin Watson caught the play, got the 1st down, fumbled, and Forsay Olakun, to get name I am butchering, is down, and they are they are going to look at this because this is going to be very close. This is one of those 50-50 calls, because as they're going to look at this, the ball, Watson's right knee goes down at the exact time the ball is being popped out of Justin Watson's hand. It's Tyson. I'm sorry. It's Williams, number 31, who punches the ball. If you know the reference, the peanut punch. And there's actually a flag on the play here, so we're going to get something a little creative here. So what we're going to do is they're going to look and see. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct flag. So this is going to be in play. It's on Travis Kelsey. Losing his composure here. I understand the frustration. You can't let that happen here. They're going to look at this again, but there's a chance the unsportsmanlike penalty is going to happen whether the Chiefs regain possession. Now, if the Chiefs regain possession, it'll be 15 yards back, but they'll be 1st and 10. If Jacksonville has the ball, it'll be 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory. So it's a big penalty for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Kirby is back. James Houston just got caught running with Fant. Ooh, that's not a good thing. Lions got lucky. Seattle just pulled a 45, so Seattle misses a field goal. So Seattle misses a field goal. We'll get caught up on the scores here. So we're at 7s in Ford Field. 14-7. Indianapolis is still beating Houston. Buffalo has another touchdown. They are up 14-7 against the Raiders. Baltimore and Cincinnati still at 7. Tampa Bay 10. Chicago 7. And the Chargers score a touchdown. They are up 9-0 against Tennessee. I have no idea if they're kicking a field goal or if they missed the extra point. I don't have that information. And then Green Bay scores a touchdown. They are up 7-3. In what's it called, the Mercedes Dome there in Atlanta. So once play resumes here, we were going to find out what's going on. And so once play resumes, we're going to find out what's going on here. It looks like it's either going to be Jacksonville ball in Chiefs territory, or it will be a Chiefs first down. This is a big play. This is going to be a big decision. It was called a fumble on the field. This is one of those kind of hit type of situations. It usually goes, unless there's irrefutable evidence, it usually goes to, they'll usually defer to the play on the field. So we're going to find out what happens here. Once play resumes here, we're still on a commercial break as the referees are going to take a look at this. This is a very big call because if Jacksonville gets the ball with the penalty, Jacksonville's almost in field goal range. And then Jacksonville does have the ball here. It's going to be a 1st and 10 Jacksonville at the Chiefs 37. And it's going to be a drop here. It's going to be, they're going to call this an incomplete pass. But the Chiefs are arguing that the play was behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to take a look at this because Trevor Lawrence throws this backwards. And what happened was Ray Agnew, who's the punt returner, drops the ball. And the Chiefs are saying that this should have been a fumble because it's a backward pass. Instead, it's going to be an incompletion. And the referees are and Andy Reid challenges this. I think you're right, Keys. I think this should be a fumble, and Keys says it's BS. So I'm guessing it's not. Everyone was watching it hard. Yeah, I wish I knew more about it. So Dan, I need a Travis Kelsey slasher. Welcome, brother. Travis Kelsey touchdown. Hey, early on, it looks like he looks like he's having some issues getting back, but hopefully he adjusts to that real badly. Hey, I'll keep an eye on. Okay, the initial call was BS. So here's if you tuned in just now and you didn't see the play, Trevor Lawrence threw a backwards pass All right. It was slightly backwards. It looked like it was a lateral. It was backwards. Ray Agnew, who normally is the Jacksonville punt returner, they like to use him on offense a couple times during the game. He went ahead and he dropped the ball. The Chiefs recovered it, and the referees ruled it an incomplete pass, but it is very clearly backwards. There's a very good chance that the Chiefs are going to go ahead and win this challenge. Andy Reid did challenge this, and this would be a very big play for the Kansas City Chiefs because they would get the ball at about midfield following the fumble. So we could have back-to-back fumbles here, and if you're wondering, hey, what's with the sloppy game? Well, it's about 120 degrees on the field, so it's tough playing conditions. If you're not from Florida, I've only driven through Florida. I've never lived there. Florida heat in September is a different type of beast. As right now in the Midwest, it's about 70 and sunny. It's about actually a perfect day outside, but in Florida in September is a completely different thing. I think you're right. I think it was a backwards pass. I think early on, now we're on a commercial break, but I do firmly believe that Kansas City is going to win this challenge and get the ball back, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Trying to pace myself with energy drink and water here. But I know nothing. The only thing I know about college football was I turned on ESPN on my phone, and I know Colorado was expected to beat Colorado State. It's a really nice in-state rivalry, kind of an underrated one. And Colorado had to come back from behind to beat Colorado State. And they're showing it on the replay here, and it's very clearly backwards. And Kansas City does get the ball. Kansas City wins the challenge, so it's going to be Chiefs ball on 43-yard line. Two receivers to the top of the screen, Travis Kelsey. And Patrick Mahomes fumbles the ball, gets up, runs forward, slides, gets hit. I was kind of expecting a possible penalty there. But it's going to be second down and about 9. Patrick Mahomes looks like just fumbled the snap there, wisely picked it up and ran forward for a quick gain of 1 here. And Matt Nagy is yelling at the offense. Matt Nagy is the new Chiefs offensive coordinator. Former offensive coordinator, took over as head coach of Chicago, quarterbacks coach last year, now taking over as offensive coordinator for Eric Bieniemy. Empty formation. Here's Patrick Mahomes goes back to pass a quick play to Rashee Rice, and they are going to throw the flag here. They're going to blow the play dead, and it looks like we're going to get a false start on Donovan Smith here, so it's going to be 2nd and 14 here. I'm not exactly sure myself. I'm not sure myself. It may have been something that he said. Flea flicker in Detroit to Raymond. Witherspoon just had back-to-back bad plays. Got called for a PI. Then he got caught looking on the handoff to Flea. The replay didn't show Kelsey. No, it didn't. It may have been something he said. 2nd and 14 here for the Kansas City Chiefs on the 39-yard line. Motion MVS to the bottom screen. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He wants to go deep. He does go deep. He gets hit as the ball's thrown, and it's going to be intercepted by Cisco at the 12-yard line. The Kansas City Chiefs take a shot downfield. It's going to be basically a punt here as Kansas City Chiefs wanted to take a shot. Patrick Mahomes did get hit as the ball was thrown, but this was really just a nice play by Cisco. Now, it was double coverage, but Cisco's having a game, folks. So when we get back here, it's going to be Jacksonville 3, Kansas City nothing, 9:41 left in the second quarter. As we are on commercial break. I'm going to go ahead and run down the scores I have available. Green Bay 7, Atlanta 3 in Atlanta. Looks like the Chargers went for 2 and got it, so they have 11. Tennessee just scored a touchdown, so it's 11-7. Chargers over Titans in Nashville. Chicago 7, Tampa Bay 10 in Tampa. Baltimore has a field goal now, so it's a 10-7. Baltimore over Cincinnati. We are having a fun one here at Orchard Park here. Raiders 10, Bills 14. Detroit, thanks to Funk, we know scored a touchdown. I didn't know the flea flicker play resulted in a touchdown. I didn't know that. But we have Detroit 14, Seattle 7. The game we are watching, we are at Kansas City 0, Jacksonville 3 with 10:41 left in the second. And Indianapolis has another touchdown as we have Colts 21, Texans 7. So the only game that's has a 0 on the board is the one we are watching. The Kansas City Chiefs offense looks a little bit off. I have to admit, I was not expecting the Chiefs offense, which looked a little sluggish against Detroit. I actually blame that on the sluggishness on Travis Kelsey not being there, but the Chiefs offense does not look good early on, and they're getting skunked early. The interception, I understand the logic behind it, taking a shot downfield, but very nice play by Jacksonville safety Cisco, known for a hitter, but has a very nice interception on the play here. So give credit to Jacksonville as they are making it tough on the Chiefs offense early on. And I have to admit, this was something I really was not seeing. I really wasn't seeing the Kansas City Chiefs struggling. It was one thing I wasn't predicting, but that's what we're getting so far. All right, 9:41 left in the second quarter. Is 3-0. Jacksonville up in a pitcher's duel, something I wasn't really expecting here. Jacksonville's going to get the ball here on the 12-yard line. Ridley to the bottom of the screen, trips to the top, handoff up the middle to Travis Etienne. He's going to get a gain of 4. Nice little draw here to get some room for Jacksonville. Nice play by Travis Etienne. And by the way, this was a nice play call by Kansas City is they had Jacksonville on this interception, had 10 players in the box, and Cisco was the only one deep, and Watson beat the corner, but Cisco was able to get back in coverage enough. Actually, they're going to get Etienne 5. 2nd and 5 here for Jacksonville. A little handoff to Etienne. He's going to power forward for a gain of 4. Willie Gay and Nick Bolton on the tackle, and Nick Bolton's holding his left ankle. This is not good, folks, as the 4th leading tackler in the NFL last year. For some reason, he wasn't voted to a Pro Bowl, had a Pro Bowl caliber season. Nick Bolton, the Chiefs middle linebacker, is still on the ground. He is holding his left ankle. This is a massive loss for the Kansas City Chiefs. Hopefully this is not a major injury. So we're going to stop play as the training staff is attending to Nick Bolton here. It's going to be 3rd and 1 once play resumes here. And they're working on his left. I thought it was an ankle injury, but looks like they're kind of working on his left leg in general. Keys saying hopefully a cramp. And that's what I'm thinking with the heat. It would make a lot of sense that some of these players are cramping up. I also don't have a problem. This is kind of a cheap trick early when teams are doing the no huddle offense where a player would just fall down. I don't think that's the case. But that's something that I know players did. I don't want Nick Bolton, but Nick Bolton is walking off the field on his own power, so I'm guessing that it's not a major deal, but he's walking off very, very gingerly on that leg, so hopefully he can come back. And Keith says mustard. Damn, hope he's all right. Got to stay high. Yeah. You don't want your worst. Exactly. So, So Travis, and we have a flag on the play. It was 3rd and 1. Trevor Lawrence was under center, and it looks like they're in an old school I formation set, but there's a flag on play here. When you do that trick, you want your worst defensive player. Yeah, you do. And it's offsides on Kansas City. I didn't see any movement, but it's going to give Jacksonville an automatic 1st down. They're motioning to Noddy with a neutral zone infraction, but I didn't see it. You don't want your leading tackler doing it. No, you don't. But I don't have a problem with the Chiefs trying to get some extra rest here. I do have a problem, however, with the Kansas City Chiefs having 6 penalties for 51 yards, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Jacksonville on the 26-yard line here. Trevor Lawrence is in shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. It's going to be handoff to Travis Etienne. It's going to power forward for a gain of 5, maybe 6, depending on where they mark the ball. But Travis Etienne this is just old school football what Jacksonville's doing, just running the ball right up the middle here on the Kansas City Chiefs. And they're going to give Travis Etienne a gain of 5. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 here as we go under 7:50 in the second quarter here. If you're tuning in just now, it's Jacksonville 3, Kansas City 0 in a pitcher's duel, an unexpected pitcher's duel, in my opinion. Fake the handoff to Etienne. Lawrence is going to move to the outside, incomplete. Trent McDuffie, excellent coverage on Christian Kirk. Came over in free agency from Arizona last year, had career highs in yards, receptions, and touchdowns last year. Had not so with the addition of Calvin Ridley, he's kind of moved into that second string receiver as they seem to really kind of focus on Calvin Ridley, but still a really, really good player. A nice acquisition this offseason. 2 off seasons ago for the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's going to be 3rd and 5 here on their own 31-yard line. Agnew enters the game. He's going to be lined up to the slot at the top of the screen. Kirk's at the top. I'm sorry, Calvin Ridley to the top. Kirk's motioning the slot to the top of the screen. Evan Ingram's at the bottom. Tank Bigsby, a rookie 4th-round pick out of Auburn, enters the field. It's going to be a quick throw to Agnew, who – I'm not really sure if he got it or not. He was originally just a half-yard short, wasn't touched, dove forward. It looks like it is going to be a first down for the Jacksonville Jaguars as Agnew makes up for that fumble by getting a first down here. It's going to be a first down Jacksonville. Barely first down. They're actually going to call for a measurement here. It looks like the ball is going to be at it's the 36-yard line. And if he is short, it's only going to be short by an inch or 2. We're going to find out here in just a second. Slasher says, is Kelsey? Yes, Kelsey's not 100%. He is not 100%, but I think more than anything, the Chiefs just need him out there. And folks, this is going to be a first down by about it. It's an old saying, but it's literally by the nose to the football that it's going to be a first down. I don't know if the offense has got to sustain drives, but can't keep putting the defense out there, especially. Absolutely. I think they do have to get some sustained drives. But more importantly, I think they really need to get some points. This is he gets a first down here. They keep showing the play. He does get a first down, but just barely. 1st and 10 for Jacksonville at their own 36-yard line. Motion to the bottom of the screen here. And it's going to be Ernest Johnson's going to get the carry here. They're going to spell Etienne, goes to the right side of the screen, right side, runs around the right tackle for a gain of 7. Very nice run for the former Brown. Great job by Jacksonville kind of mixing in a little run and pass here. It's actually a gain of 8. It's going to be a 2nd and short here for Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, shotgun, little slip screen to Evan Ingram. He gets a first down, powers forward to the 50. So a nice gain of 6 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Evan Ingram sitting down, and he's going to exit the game here. Nick Bolton for the Chiefs is back on the field. Looks like it was just a minor sprain as he comes back. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jacksonville Jaguars at midfield as I'm sorry, excuse me, as Evan Ingram exits the field here. Ray Agnew is going to come back in. It's going to be Brenton Strange. He's going to replace Ingram here, 2nd round pick out of Penn State. 1st and 10 for the Jags here as Trevor Lawrence shotgun formation. Kirk moves the motion to the bottom of the screen, gets the ball, drops it, and it's going to be just quick incomplete. Looks like they're just trying to get a quick bubble screen, try to get Christian Kirk into the open field, just drops it. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 at midfield here. 5:50 left in the second quarter and we have another Chief player down. This is Willie Gay, and he's I think this is a cramp because he's holding his stomach. So this looks like it's a cramp. 144.5 Lions ball at the 6, 3 times outs. Let's see what Ben does. let's see what Ben does is right. The score of that game's 14-7. And they stopped play briefly here, and I'm having some minor technical difficulties, so bear with me here. All right, so I apologize. All right, bear with me here. I'm having some technical difficulties here, so I'm currently not able to watch the game as my TV just shut down on my computer, but I will be back shortly. I'm doing a quick reboot, logging back in, and hopefully I'm back on here in just a moment here. So I am joining the game live, and sound is I will get some bad news here from the YouTube trick from YouTube here. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 here, 5:50 left in the second quarter here. Gay took a hit to the stomach on that hit. Okay. 2nd and 10 here. They motion Strange down to the bottom of the screen here. It's going to be a quick slip screen. Christian Kirk backwards pass. It's going to be a pass to I can't tell who's got the ball here. They do a little trickery, but it does not work at all. So what they did is they threw a pass to Christian Kirk at the bottom of the screen. Travis Etienne flipped out to the top, so Christian Kirk has a negative 1 yard completion there. But very nice job here. Looks like Leo Chenell read the play perfectly. He saw that it was a gadget play, and if he doesn't make that play, he does have some room in front of him. So very nice play by Leo Chenell. Loss of 1 here, 3rd and 11 on the 49-yard line. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the bottom, 2 wide receivers to the top here. Of course, and Evan Ingram, I'm calling the wide receiver. Sack! No, not a sack. Chris Jones had Lawrence in his sights and wasn't able to pull him down here. Trevor Lawrence scrambled, tripped up by FAU, the Chiefs' first-round pick out of Kansas State after a gain of 5. So it'll be 4th down and 5 at the 45-yard line. And it kind of looked like a combination of Trevor Lawrence. He stumbles, but FAU gets enough of him to go ahead and bring him down. It's going to be 4th and 5. And I believe Jacksonville's going to punt, but we're going to have to wait and see because the offense is still on the field. As we are under 4.5 minutes left in the first half, it's 3-0 Jacksonville here, and Jacksonville is going to line up. I'm not sure they're really going to run a play, but it's 4th and 5, and Jacksonville's lining up. Empty set here, Trevor Lawrence, and it's 2-1, and it's either going to be a timeout or delay of game, and Jacksonville calls a timeout. I'm going to level with you. I know they put the offense on the field. I don't think that Jacksonville's really going to run a play, but we're going to wait and see here. Gibbs has dropped a big play. Look, he's a rookie. He's a rookie. Gay took a hit to the stomach on that hit. I had some technical difficulties, so I wasn't able to see that. I just saw with his hands over his stomach. I thought it was a cramping issue. But we're going to wait and see what happens here. It's 4th and 5, and I'm fully expecting Jacksonville to punt, but it doesn't look like it. And Trevor Lawrence is saying something to Evan Ingram here, and they're showing the Jaguars offensive coordinator in the booth. He is not happy. He is not happy here. Press Taylor's new offensive coordinator here for the Jacksonville Jaguars, first year with play calling duties. And it looks like they're lining up. Looks like they are going to go for it. 2 tight ends in the game, even though Evan Ingram's actually it's only 1 tight end here. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, sacked. Chris Jones making his presence felt. Chiefs ball at midfield with 4:04 in the second quarter. Chris Jones making a big play, earning that contract. This was a really nice job by the Kansas City Chiefs. And by the way, he beats rookie Anton Harrison, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. As the Kansas City Chiefs are getting very creative here. What they did is they brought in Justin Reed on a safety blitz. They picked up the blitz very nicely, but you leave Chris Jones isolated one-on-one with the rookie first-round pick out of Oklahoma. So Kansas City Chiefs are going to have the ball here at midfield. Patrick Mahomes under center. does play action pass, wants to do something. He's going to go down and he fumbles the ball. They're going to rule him down. It's going to be a sack here by the by the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's going to be a 2nd and 17 here. I can't tell who had the sack here, but Kansas City's offense. Yeah, I agree with you. AR out, Minshew in, Richardson needs to learn. I thought they should have been. Yeah. And Keys, I 100% agree with you. The offense, I would like to see the Chiefs kind of run the ball a little more, but I'm an old school guy. It looks like what the Chiefs are trying to do is get CEH out in the flat here. It's 2nd and 17 here. Mahomes is going to be in shotgun formation. Kelsey's to the bottom with Justin Watson, 2 wide receivers to the top. Flag on the play. It's going to be Kelsey. We're going to see what the flag is here as Kelsey gets a gain of 10. Jacksonville's pointing towards Kansas City. Kelsey very visibly frustrated, very, very angry. And the Chiefs offensive line, we're going to have another false start here. It's going to be 2nd and 22. Actually, not a false start. It's an illegal formation. And it looks like Gardner Minshew has taken over as quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts here. Anthony Richardson's out with a concussion. I believe he's going to be out for the full game. I'll get more details for you as we go on, but it looks like Indianapolis is still up 21-10, but we are no longer going to have Anthony Richardson for the Colts here. 2nd and 22 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes back to pass, quick throw to the top of the screen. It's MVS, tries to break a tackle. He's going to be bottled up by Tyson Campbell. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs have to get something going here. Keys is livid about that call. Not that's a wrong call, but the refs are supposed to give a warning before throwing that flag. And as I said before, it happens on the Vikings-Eagles game and nothing. I understand where you're coming from. 3rd and 14 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. 3 turnovers, 2 sacks, 0 points. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's looking deep. He's going to check it down to Noah Gray. Noah Gray's going to break a tackle at midfield. He's going to break a tackle at the 45, powered forward to the 41-yard line, but he's going to be just short of the first down. 2nd and 3rd effort to try as hard as he can to get the first down. And I think Andy Reid's not questioning this one. I think he's going to go for it on 4th and 1. I did not like the check down at first, but Noah Gray made 2 very nice broken tackles there. And this makes it 4th and 1. And they're going to stop the clock here as I'm not sure if it's timeout or what's going on, but so it seems like an intentional setup to make a point. You Keith, I don't want to sound like I'm dismissing you because I actually agree with you. If it's not a legal play, great, but you've been letting it go on for years and years and years. You can call holding on almost any NFL play. Some referee crews call it different than others. This is something that's been going on in the NFL for years. Tackles know the snap count, and they take that fraction of a second. It's not even half a second. It's like maybe 0.2 of a second, if that. It might even be less than that. And when they go ahead and they get that jump, it's because they know the snap count, and it's been going on for years. This isn't just last year, but there was a lot of talk about it with Jawan Taylor against Detroit. But the thing is that usually the NFL, what they do is that if they're going to enforce something a little more strictly, they let you know ahead of time. They did not do that, and that's why Keys is livid. Myers missed another kick. This game should be 14-13. Yeah, Mitch Schwartz said on Twitter the other day that he got warned every game because he pushed the limit to see what the refs would get away with before warning him. Exactly. And by the way, different referee crews will call things different ways. So it's a situation where one crew may call it one way, another crew may call it another way. St. Brown catches like a 50-yard bomb with 2 seconds left and fumbles. So Detroit Lions and Seahawks, it's 14-7 in that game. But you're not in bad shape. I'm going to do a quick score rundown here. Green Bay kicked a field goal. They are up 10-3 at Atlanta. Chargers, believe it or not, kick a field goal, so it's 14-7, and it's a very unusual 14, but it's still 14-7. Actually, just 14-10 now. Chicago and Tampa Bay tied up at 10. 9 seconds left in the second quarter. Same score with Baltimore and Cincinnati. Buffalo's still up 14-10 at home against the Raiders. Detroit 14-7 at home. And Indianapolis still 21-10 with Gardner Minshew led. With the Gardner Minshew led offense here. So it's going to be fourth, and they're going to call it 2. I would call it 1, but that's splitting hairs here. So it's going to be 4th and 2 at the Jacksonville 42. Mahomes is going to take this shotgun snap. CEH is going to break a tackle. He's already got the first down. He's going to power forward. Do not fumble. And he's going to go down at the 31-yard line. It's going to be gain of 11. Very nice play call by the Kansas City Chiefs. What they did is they lined up in a tight set, did some rub routes as they're called, and then CEH just popped out into the side. Jacksonville Jenkins, Rayshon Jenkins, the other safety, had coverage, and I missed what happened, but it looks like a little screenplay to a Travis Kelsey for a quick gain of 6. So it's going to be a 2nd and 4 once play resumes here. They just instantly went to Kelsey having the ball in his hands. I didn't see exactly the way it happened, but it's going to be okay. They're going to call it a gain of 7. So it's going to be 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line. We are approaching 1 minute left in the first half in a surprising pitchers duel. Jacksonville 3, Kansas City nothing. It's a 2nd and 3 here. CEH has entered the game here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass, going to throw a dart at the middle of the screen here. Noah Gray, very nice catch here. It's going to be on the 10-yard line, so the Chiefs are going to be in the red zone here. It's going to be 1st and 10 here. Kansas City has all 3 timeouts. I apologize. They're going to mark it at the 9. Very nice play by Noah Gray here. So we're going to have 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Noah Gray's taken over for Travis Kelsey. CEH is taken over at running back. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to throw it to Justin Watson. And there's a flag on the play. No, I'm sorry, Sky Moore. And we have a flag here. We're going to find out what's happening here. And Chiefs, Mahomes and Sky Moore are celebrating. If this stands, it's going to be a 9-yard touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes to Sky Moore. First touchdown of the season for Sky Moore. And we're going to get a notification here on the flag here. There's 27 seconds left in the first half. And we're going to find out what's going on. The flag is going to be against Jacksonville. Touchdown stands! Kansas City gets its first touchdown of the game. Kansas City takes the lead 6-3 with the extra point pending. Go Chiefs! Okay, sorry, I let my fandom get out of the way here. I apologize. I'm jacked up. Trying to call this game objectively, but I'm really excited about this. My boy Sky Moore, who I predicted would have 100 yards against Detroit, got skunked. Very nice job here. Very tight coverage by Tyson Campbell. Unfortunately, this would have been a penalty. So with 27 seconds left in the half, Butker's going to line up to make the score a 4-point game. The kick is up and good. So it's 7-3 Kansas City with 27 seconds left in the first half. Go Chiefs. Sky Moore celebrating. We start the ball at the start of the second. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And this was a nice play here. This is a back shoulder fade here. Mahomes to Sky Moore. And if you're not a Chiefs fan like myself, you may not know this, but all we heard about this offseason was Patrick Mahomes praising Sky Moore. They went down to Texas and worked together. That's what all that practice in the offseason really pans out to, because that's just timing right there. And here's the thing, you really can't defend a perfect back shoulder throw here, because basically what happened is Sky Moore just ran, pivoted to his left, and the ball's just right there. There's not much you can really do about that. Perfect throw, nice catch. Tyson Campbell, tight coverage. Unfortunately, even if the play wasn't a completion, it would have been a Kansas City first down, as he did have touchdown, as he did have pass interference. However, it's a touchdown. It is Sky Moore's first touchdown in the NFL. So congratulations on Sky Moore. It's going to be 7-3. Jacksonville has 2 timeouts left, and they're going to get the ball on the 25-yard line here. It's going to be interesting because the Kansas City Chiefs do have 3 timeouts. All three of them are remaining, so we're going to find out what happens here because I have to admit, does Jacksonville want to get aggressive here? Does Jacksonville want to get aggressive here? It would be very interesting to see what they do. They're going to line up in their standard formation. Looks like their wide receivers. Actually, they have Agnew in the game here. So Agnew and Etienne. They're going to line up Ingram in the slot. Lawrence is going to go back to pass. A little throw right up the middle here. Christian Kirk's going to break 2 tackles and get a first down at the 36-yard line. So very nice play by Christian Kirk. It's a quick throw. And it looks like Jacksonville's going to call a timeout. So with 20 seconds left in the first half, Jacksonville's at the 36. They're going to need to get a minimum of 30 yards, and they only have 1 timeout. So this is a very, very big deal for Jacksonville. Very nice play by Christian Kirk here as he broke a couple tackles to get 5 extra yards and a first down. So very nice play by Christian Kirk here. It's 7-3 Kansas City. And there's only 20 seconds left. Jacksonville only has 1 timeout remaining. So what they'll need to do is that they'll either need to get the ball out of bounds, or if they go across the middle of the field, they're going to have to rush and spike the ball as they want to keep that timeout. Trevor Lawrence shotgun formation, and he's going to throw. He's going to go deep. A very nice catch, Calvin Ridley in Chiefs territory. It's a 37-yard line, and the clock is stopped. It looks like excuse me, there's a flag on the play. I'm not sure what the flag is. Now, this is a huge flag. It's against Kansas City. It's going to stop the clock because Jacksonville did call timeout with 13 seconds remaining. 13 seconds may not be enough time to, if they throw the ball or run the ball in the middle of the field, it's probably not enough time to stop the play in the middle of the field. So you have to get the ball out of bounds. There is a flag. The penalty is declined. This is going to stop the clock, and Jacksonville gets to keep their timeouts. They are in long field goal ranges. They're on the 38-yard line in Kansas City Chiefs territory. 2 wide receivers at the bottom. Trevor Lawrence back to throw. It's going to be a quick out to Christian Kirk as he slides forward for a gain of looks like 5 yards. So they're out 34-yard line here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. This makes this a lot more manageable situation as looks like Jacksonville's going to try to get 3 here to make it a 1-point game. At least that would be my guess here. There's 9 seconds. It's 2nd and 6. They do have 1 timeout remaining, so they can attack the middle of the field. Costly penalty, even though it's declined because it stops the clock. Trevor Lawrence back to pass here. He's scrambling around to the middle of the field here, and he drops it off to Etienne after a gain of 3. So they're going to take the clock down to 2. And Brandon McManus, former Denver Broncos kicker, is going to go ahead and line up for a very makeable field goal. If I'm correct, this is going to be a 51-yard field goal. This is well within McManus's range here, but it's 7-3. As Jacksonville lines up for the long field goal, 3 seconds left. So this will be the last play of the first half. And I apologize, it's a 49-yard field goal. Definitely within Brandon McManus's range. Here. But as he lines up for the kick, it'll be interesting if the Chiefs do anything. They got 3 timeouts. They're not going to use them. The kick is up, and the kick is good. It's going to be 7-6 as we enter halftime. Surprisingly low-scoring game between 2 high-powered offenses, but we got a close one. Kansas City 7, Jacksonville 6 as we approach halftime. I normally have another screen up to watch a Fox game here, but I'm streaming the game on another platform for people who can't watch the game. Hey, that's good to know, man. There's other ways you can watch the game, but I've been a big fan of YouTube TV. Justin Ross is on the field. I actually missed that, so I apologize. Is Bolton back? Yes. The only guy I've not seen back in this game is Woolen, so that's very good news. I hate seeing players go out. I don't think anybody really wants to see players get injured. If you do, I don't know what to say. You're not really somebody I really want to hang out with. But yeah, 3 points so far on this D, as long as the offenses have kept them out there in this weather conditions against an offense that's good. Second week in a row is, yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs defense has looked very, very good the last 2 weeks. They've done a fantastic job, and you're seeing some different formations. You're seeing some different sets, and it's something me and you have talked about in a lot of detail. Joe Colin coming in as defensive line coach looks like he's brought over kind of some, I hate to say it, but kind of like some 3-4 type of looks. It looks like the Chiefs have quietly shifted defenses. It's a different type of defense, and something I've really liked so far. I'm just like slightly off center, but all right, that's probably as good as I'm going to get it for this live stream. But man, the offense, yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Keys. The offense does look completely out of sync. With all the young guys, the tight ends are all vet on this team, and MVS and Watson are vets. Yeah, the offense is not looking in sync at all. Slasher, Kelsey. Slasher, we're going to try to get one for you, brother. We're going to try to get one for you. I got to look to the sidelines here. No, and Keys, I apologize. That's kind of what I was thinking. But they did get aggressive to try to get 3, but I was kind of glad that they weren't aggressive enough to try and score. But yeah, they really called a penalty to give it. That's exactly what happened, by the way. If that penalty doesn't happen, there's no timeout. Then you have to go out of bounds. That was a big penalty, even though it was declined. It was still a big penalty on the Chiefs. Chiefs been penalized, I believe, 7 times in the first half after they were penalized. I think 1 just last week against Detroit. So a sloppy game early by the Kansas City Chiefs as a whole. Justin Ross was on the field to play. Noah Gray had his catch. I missed that, and I apologize because I'd like to see a lot more Justin Ross. He was very impressive. And by the way, what a big-time play by Noah Gray. Just been really, to be honest with you, the player, if I had to say, give me a Chiefs offensive MVP early on, it'd probably be Noah Gray, just making big play after big play, really unsung hero. Former 5th-round pick out of Duke, former high school quarterback. If you're not familiar, the Kansas City Chiefs love drafting players and having players on their offense that played quarterback at one point in time or another. Travis Kelsey, Blake Bell, Noah Gray, Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney were all quarterbacks either in high school or college. So that's something Kansas City Chiefs have really liked to do. I'm going to read some scores real fast here. Green Bay's up 10-9. We are at the half. Halftime in Nashville, Chargers 14, Tennessee 10. We have halftime at the other Florida game there on the, I believe, I've got my geography, make sure if I'm correct here, Jacksonville's on the east side. Tampa's on the west side of Florida, but Chicago's traveling to Tampa. They're down at half. Tampa Bay's up 13-10. Halftime at Cincinnati, Baltimore is up 13-10. At Orchard Park in Buffalo, Buffalo is up 21-10. Detroit and Seattle, what I'm looking at is a little weird. Looks like the third quarter just started, but it's Detroit 14, Seattle 7. And I think Gardner Minshew's doing some good things here in Houston as Indianapolis has taken a 28-10 lead. So David Montgomery just lost a fumble to start the second half. Yeah, the way it's set up here, and I'm going to refresh it because bear with me here as I'm going to take just a second to try to get I'm using DraftKings because I like the way the site's set up. But I'm not opposed to using a different one if you're using a different site that you want me to use. As far as all the gambling sites are concerned, I'm pretty much sorry, my eyes are really bothering me. as far as the gambling sites are concerned, I'm set up on almost all of them. I have accounts for just about every single one. I just picked DraftKings, but I can use a different one if there's one that you're curious about. Hey, Funk, you tell me, because it looks like he says David Montgomery just lost the fumble to start the second half. I'm seeing now Seattle 13, Detroit 4. So at the start of the third quarter here, it looks like we have a good one in Ford Field as it's 14-3. I'm gonna extra point away from a tie. Okay, yeah. So it hasn't updated yet, but I'm looking at it. Okay, it has now. So the score in Detroit is 14-14. This is a game I do like Detroit to win. The last I looked, the line was 5. Right now, if you want to bet on that game, if you use DraftKings, it'll be Detroit still a 3.5-point favorite. With the Kansas City Chiefs, the Chiefs are also a 3.5-point favorite, even though they're up by 1. So the way it works is that when you do in-game betting, the team that's favored will always get a few points, regardless of what the score is. So that's kind of the way you're looking at it. To kind of give you an example, Atlanta is favored. If you want to do some in-game betting, Atlanta's favored by 1.5 points, even though they are down 10-9. But that's also, the game's also in Atlanta. So, shitty way to start the second half. Yeah. And by the way, Denver Gator, I have to admit, man, I'm just going to talk to you right now. I'm kind of mad that you didn't let me know about Florida beating up Tennessee. I'm kind of mad. I know. Like, I don't like notifications on games, but for your Gators, I think that deserves a text. So when Florida beats Tennessee I forget the name they call it. I'm going to call it Volunteer Stadium, but I don't think that's it. For like the first time in 20 years, that's something that you should be texting me about. So, by the way, if you're not aware, Patrick Mahomes has completed passes to 11 different players. That can't be right. That can't be right. So they posted that. Completions to 11 different players. That cannot be right. That can't be correct. Okay, so it looks like what they're saying is that Patrick Mahomes has completions to 11 different players for the second straight week. I really don't think that's correct. I think that's an error, but Patrick Mahomes is 16 out of 21 for 144 and a 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And that I'm sorry. I can't believe that is correct. Where 11 different, is it? I apologize. Is that really correct? 11 different players have caught a pass for the Kansas City Chiefs today? That cannot be correct. That cannot be correct. Okay, so actually it isn't correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's thrown passes. He may have thrown passes. That's not a correct stat. So YouTube TV, was it CBS? They're giving you wrong information there. 16 now 21 for 144 is correct. He hasn't completed. It's actually I counted 9, but still it's a very big number. Basically, and this is a good thing for the Chiefs long term because they need to get other players who are not named Travis Kelsey more involved in the offense. Nice job getting Sky Moore's first touchdown. I like the fact that they threw a pass, getting rookie Rashee Rice involved. Nice play by him. I missed it that Keys told me about with Justin Ross getting in the game. That's something that the Chiefs really, really need to do. Jacksonville offensively, you're going to see the same group of players. They're featuring Ray Agnew a little more. He's their punt returner, kick returner, and they're featuring him a little more than they have in the past. So I'm not really used to him being there. I'm sorry, Jamal Agnew. I got his name wrong. So, but we have 7 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, and 3. We have at least 10. So they reported 11. I counted 9. But if you're telling me 10, okay. It's a massive number. USF is a cupcake team. Tampa or Alabama went to Tampa, started back. Quarterbacks barely broke 100 yards passing. Yesterday was beautiful. So UCF used to play at Raymond James Stadium. I think they got a smaller stadium now. Even though it's like kind of a weird dark green, they actually had a time where they were doing pretty good. I remember Charlie Strong. He lost his job as a head coach at Texas. He went there for a little bit and had some success early. To be honest with you, UCF, USF, Florida Atlantic, some of those places that just have beautiful stadiums and are beautiful locations. FIU's located right there in Miami as well. I'm always surprised that those schools can't produce better programs because, I mean, it's kind of hard I mean, how hard is it to say, hey, let's come to this school, check out the beach, especially when you're recruiting, get somebody like, from Nebraska or no offense, skis, Iowa, like, hey, do you want to be on the beach or do you want to, be in freezing snow, during summer, but that's here or there. Tony Gray, Moore, MVS, Watson, McKinnon, CEH, Kelsey, Riceman, Pacheco's what I see at least one. And okay, they got it right. They got Donovan Smith with the reception. I didn't even think about it. Yeah. A horrible flag here. If you don't mind, let me know what's going on here. I'm only seeing the score is 14-all. So, USF small campus played at Raymond James to host Bama. That's pretty cool. They host some of the games here. If they had a better team, they would be able to go to Raymond James more often. But yeah, I didn't see Smith listed. They posted 11. I was like, that can't be right. I counted 9. If you counted 10, either way, it's not right. But we are starting the second half here. Jacksonville's kicking off here, and looks like Richie James is going to field the kick at the 1. He's going to move up, and he's going to be stopped just short of the 20-yard line at the 19. So as we start the second half, Richie James takes the ball and gets up to the 19-yard line. Kansas City Chiefs will enter the field here. They're going to go left to right on the screen here, and we have a surprise. I'm surprised anyway about surprising low-scoring game is at 7-6. Kansas City has a 1-point lead as they take the ball on the 19-yard line. Patrick Mahomes is going to line up under center. It's going to be 3 tight ends as they're going to line up 13 personnel. I think that's Rashee Rice. It's going to be a handoff to Pacheco. He's going to bounce it. He's got the open field. He's at 30 to 35 to the 40. Breaks the tackle 45 out of bounds midfield. Kansas City just decides, hey, let's just run the damn ball. 31-yard gain, Isaiah Pacheco. Very nice. This is just old school football. Line up 3 tight ends, 2 to the right. They motion Kelsey to the right, and they just run an old school sweep. That's all it is. Old school sweep, and it goes for a gain of 31. Isaiah Pacheco. I always want to see teams run the ball a little more. So he gets a breather. They're going to go with CEH. He bounces the outside. He's down originally. He's hit, bounces off, but gets back to the line of scrimmage here. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 at midfield here. So, yeah, Kelsey and Tooney Poole. I love it. God, I love it. Lions show scored in 3 plays. Rounds got called for blocking downfield. He never put his hands on the guy, and now saying, ooh. Yeah. Kelsey and Tooney Poole. It was a great old school sweep. Second and 10 here. Mahomes in shotgun formation, but Pacheco's back on the field. Looks like it's Travis Kelsey's at the top of the screen. He's going to motion down to the slot. They're in motion and get Kelsey, and it's incomplete here. Jenkins on coverage, and this is a nice little play call by the Kansas City Chiefs. So what they're trying to do is motion Kelsey from the top to the slot at the top of the screen, cut him to the middle of the field. Raymond Jenkins, safety, read it perfectly, got there just in time. It's going to be 3rd and 10 here. Long, very key 3rd down here as the Chiefs really want to get something going on offense. They really don't want to just have a few plays. 13:35 left in the 3rd here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation here. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Rasheed Rice to the top. Patrick Mahomes back to pass, has some time. He's going to go deep. And it's Justin Watson with the big play. It was actually Watson at the top of the screen. Isolated him on one-on-one coverage, catches the deep flag route for a gain of 35. Big play by the Kansas City Chiefs here. Big play. It's actually going to be, 34. 34. Big play, and this is what Chiefs fans like myself are looking forward to all year round. Some big plays, longest play of the year for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be 1st down, 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line. The Chiefs are going to go 13 personnel. Again, they're motion Kelsey to the top. Almost the same exact play that they ran. Pacheco's going to break a tackle but get wrapped up here. Jenkins holds them at the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 here. Denver Gator. Titans touchdown, 17-14 over Chargers. Keys loves this stuff. Yeah, it's just a repeat. It worked one, and I see it now. It's Justin Ross has actually entered the game here. Chiefs are going to go empty formation. 4 wide receivers. Travis Kelsey's lined up in the slot to the top of the screen here. Patrick Mahomes is going to motion for Pacheco. It's actually, same formation here. It's going to be a quick pass to Kelsey, and Kelsey's going to spin forward at the 9, so it's going to be 3rd and 3 here. So what it is that they were lined up 5 wide receivers, but Pacheco was lined up in the slot, and at the slot at the bottom, Kelsey's lined up in the slot. Same thing as what they did is isolated Travis Kelsey on Devin Lloyd, got a gain of 7. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 here. Very key 3rd down for the Kansas City Chiefs here. As we got Travis Kelsey is in the slot at the bottom of the screen. They're motion him back, and then he's going to move to the slot. Patrick Mahomes, low snap. Patrick Mahomes is going to scramble. He's going to throw the ball in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City! Travis Kelsey's going to drop kick the ball. It doesn't matter. Chiefs get the board. Chiefs get on the board. And guess what, Slasher? You got your touchdown. Kansas City touchdown. Start in the second half. Right down the field. Scores a touchdown. 13-6. Kansas City. And this is what they were wanting to do here. They were wanting to go ahead. And by the way, they were able to do the same thing. They were able to isolate coverage to get one-on-one with a second-year linebacker, Devin Lloyd. That's a mismatch. I understand that Travis Kelsey is banged up. But if you're going to put a linebacker on Travis Kelsey, you're going to lose a lot of those situations. You're going to lose a lot of those. So, yeah. Yeah, it was Western Michigan, though. Key saw your boy score 45. Okay, Monty got his touchdown back. So the Detroit Lions are up here 21-14. Good job by the Detroit Lions. And Kansas City is up 14-6. It doesn't matter if it was Western Michigan. It's a win. And guess who's back? Back again. Kelsey's back. Tell a friend. And that's as close as I get to singing. Let's go through some scores here as we are on commercial break here. We got the Detroit Lions, which are up 21-14 in Ford Field in the 3rd quarter. Indianapolis is still up 28-10. Buffalo is still up 21-10, 8:48 in the 3rd. Baltimore still up 13-10, 11:39 in the 3rd. Tampa Bay is still up 13-10, 8:45 in the 3rd. Thanks to Denver Gator, we got Tennessee is up 17-14 at home against the Chargers, 8:20 in the 3rd. And Green Bay scored a touchdown. They are up 17-9 with 11:31 left in the 3rd quarter. So we got some really good games today, and this is a big one. My throat's hurting from all the yelling. I apologize, but I'm pretty jacked up about this. The big plays on offense was something I was expecting quite a bit more from the Kansas City Chiefs offense. It did not happen at all against Detroit on Thursday night. And this is also a very key thing that the Kansas City Chiefs do is they come out of halftime really prepared and ready. Kind of a coaching mistake by Jacksonville allowing one-on-one coverage with Devin Lloyd against Travis Kelsey. That's a mismatch and something the Chiefs exploited. If you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up and please share the live stream. But one thing I've changed on the live stream is that you do have to be a subscriber before you put in a comment. We had some issues last week. So you gotta be a subscriber if you want to put a comment in. But for everybody's putting in comments, absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Like my boy Denver Gator here. Packers touchdown at Atlanta. Yeah, they're up by 8 now. That's a fun game. And then, I'd keep Cisco on them as much as possible. I would too. It looks like they got a couple of really good safeties in Jenkins and Cisco. So it's 11:30 left in the third here. Kansas City Chiefs are going to kick off to Jacksonville here. Kansas City kicks the ball away, and it looks like Jacksonville is going to go ahead and let the ball bounce out of the end zone. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25 when play resumes. I was wondering if they kind of got lulled to sleep by Travis looking rusty. I'm not sure. I'll be honest. I'm not really sure if that's more lulled to sleep, play design. I have no idea. It'll be something interesting. And Jacksonville needs to come back. Trevor Lawrence, 12 out of 20 for 101 in the first half. For those of you who haven't been paying attention, I have Trevor Lawrence winning MVP this year. But if you're going to be MVP, you got to come through in big-time games, and this is one of them. It's 1st and 10 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is in shotgun formation. Travis Etienne's to his right. Motion, Zay Jones at the bottom of the screen. Travis Etienne right at the middle. Nice gain. He got a gain of 9 or 10. It's going to depend where they mark it at, but it could be an automatic first down here, or it could be 2nd and short. We're going to have to wait and see where they mark it at. Very nice job. They've done a really good job, Jacksonville has, of using Travis Etienne. Not a big dude, but they use him up the middle very, very well, and they're going to mark him just short of first down. So it's 2nd and 1 here. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, and then Ingram and Brenton Strange to the top. Travis Etienne's to his right. A little quick screen to Christian Kirk. He's going to get the first down, and it's going to be stopped at the 37 here. Jerry Sneed was holding them up and trying to get a fumble here. The Chiefs would love to be able to force a turnover, but Christian Kirk holds on to the ball and gets first down. First down at still in Chiefs territory at the 38-yard line. So we are under 10:30 in the third quarter here. It's 1st and 10 for the Jacksonville Jaguars here. Trevor Lawrence is going to line up under center here. Looks like it's going to be 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and Travis Etienne's in the backfield just right behind Lawrence. Going to be a fake handoff. Trevor Lawrence wants to take a shot deep. Pressure, and he is sacked. It's George Karlaftis. And the one thing about Jacksonville is they're playing without their starting left tackle, Cam Robinson. So they got Walker Little. Now, he played left tackle against Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round in the playoffs, but they moved him over to the left side. And it looks like, I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like George Karlaftis beat second-round rookie Brenton Strange. That's a big mismatch if you're putting a rookie tight end on George Karlaftis. George Karlaftis, big game here. It's going to be 2nd and 17, empty formation. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation at the 30. 2nd and 17 here as Trevor Lawrence takes a snap here. They're going to bring pressure. Quick throw to Christian Kirk. It's going to get a gain of about 7, maybe 8. So it's going to be 3rd and long here. What a great job by the Kansas City Chiefs defense here. There are moments out there where it looks like I could run this. The ETN runs up the gut are a little frustrating. It's even worse watching him in the same game since CEH. I was a huge Travis Etienne fan. Hey, a sack without Chris Jones. Yeah, George Karlaftis is having a phenomenal game. 3rd and 10 here. Jacksonville's in shotgun formation here. Kelsey's bringing pressure. It's going to be a pass, and it's going to be dropped by Christian Kirk. It would have been a first down. Very tight window. And what the Chiefs did, I really like this. They're bringing in Justin Watson on a blitz, and Kelsey Chiefs getting very creative with their defensive play call in here, and they forced a very tight throw, slightly off, and Jacksonville 4th and 10 are probably going to punt the ball on their 38-yard line here. 4th and 10, 8:37 left in the third. Jacksonville's going to punt the ball away. Richie James will be back to receive. It's going to be a long ball. He's motioning away, and then he catches the ball. So he motioned away, but then the ball bounced inside the 5, picked it up smartly because this could have been down on the 1 or 2 yard line the way the ball was motioning back. So he lunged forward for a small gain, but it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs on their own 8-yard line. So a long road hole here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Buffalo scores a touchdown. So that score is now 28-10. That one's getting away. The Raiders scored first blood and then have not been able to get them back. It was Dickerson and Noddy on the inside. Karlaftis went around and actually got the sack, but it was Dickerson and Noddy that really caused some pressure on the inside that caused, for him to want to hit and go run around on the outside. But a great job by the Chiefs defense. Chanel could have got him if he wasn't held there. I'm rooting for the Raiders, DG, even though I shouldn't for the division, but I hate the Bills and all of the TJs. Table jumping? Tampa Bay touchdown, Mike Evans. And you're right, Denver Gator. We got Tampa Bay is up 20-10. And looks like Baltimore just scored a touchdown. They're taking a 20-10 lead. So great play by McDuffie. Yeah, McDuffie was on coverage. I couldn't tell if McDuffie got a handle on that or not. But there was about 3 Chiefs around when in the pass was off. But the pressure I thought really caused that. Table jumpers. Yeah, the table jump. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm sorry. I know people love it. It's just beyond stupid. It's just beyond stupid. Someone said the Vikings should just tank for Caleb Williams or Mays. If they wanted to do that, I'd say trade Cousins to the Jets and go after Higgins in free agency next year. You're going to hear a lot of tank talk, but I think Minnesota at 0-2, it's not the end of the world for them. So I expect them to. I don't know off the top of my head who they're going to play next week, but they'll be fine. They'll be good to go. The Vikings fans in the chat would hate that, but the Vikings would be fun to watch next year. The Lions have only gotten 8 pressures, no sacks. Geno is 21 out of 25 for 216. Lions, yeah, they do. And they're showing the Heat. It's 120 on the field. So it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes is in shotgun formation here. Fake the handoff to Pacheco, rolls around to the left, slips it out to Kelsey behind the line of scrimmage. Kelsey's going to break up to the top of the screen, breaks a couple tackles. It ends up only being a gain of 4, but it was a very fun play to watch. What the Kansas City Chiefs did was honestly, I'm not sure if this was really designed. I think Patrick Mahomes wanted to go downfield, and instead there was some pressure on him. So what they did is they dumped it off to Kelsey, who it was several yards behind the line of scrimmage, but he ended up getting a gain of 4. So it's 2nd and 6. Basically the same play, except Noah Gray in the open field. Noah Gray gets a first down. Nice job by the Kansas City Chiefs, almost running the same play, except this time to the other side. And this time it looked like it was designed where Noah Gray was past the line of scrimmage. And he gets a gain of 10. Noah Gray's been really good, folks. I know he's a name that not people that are not Chiefs fans know, but this has been a really, really good football player. 3 catches, 38 yards for Noah Gray. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs as they go back to 13 personnel again. They got MVS And Isaiah Pacheco, Mahomes is under center, just a handoff to Pacheco, powers forward to the middle of the field, gets hit, but corkscrews himself for a gain of, it looks like 6, but there's a penalty on the play here. We're still waiting to see what it is here. It looks like the way it's indicated, it looks like it's going to be a holding call against the Kansas City Chiefs, and that's exactly what it is. So we're going to be 1st and 10 here. Yeah, yeah, I do too. Kirby should have just had a 3rd down pick in the red zone. Oh no. Kansas City has their plan together to attack the aggressive Jags so far. Well, the one thing I'd like to see them do is that they don't rotate those 4 linebackers at all. Those 4 guys I mentioned, Walker, Allen, Olulakon, and Lloyd, they play almost the entire game. And with the heat the way it is, they can take advantage of it. 1st and 17 for the Chiefs. And this was kind of a strange play. I think the ball was tipped. They were trying to get the ball to Isaiah Pacheco out in the flat at the top of the screen, and he had a little bit of room, so there would have been he would have definitely been able to get somewhere near 10 yards, but it looks like the ball – it appears that the ball was tipped and incomplete, so it's going to be 2nd and long, 2nd and 17 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. It's Kansas City 14, Jacksonville 6, 6:46 left in the 3rd. 2nd and 17 here on the Chiefs 16. Mahomes shifts Pacheco out in the slot, so it's empty formation here. Mahomes back to throw, back to pass, got some pressure on the outside, scrambling to his left. There's a flag on the play here. It's probably going to be a hold. Mahomes is scrambling, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of 12. This is coming back. You saw the hold almost immediately. I believe Donovan Smith tackled. I want to say he tackled Josh Allen in the backfield, and Josh Allen is slow getting up. He's going to leave the field. That's a never want to see a player get hurt, but Josh Allen leaving the field is a good thing for the Kansas City Chiefs. And that was actually Jawan Taylor. I apologize. I said it was Jonathan Smith. And it was Jawan Taylor who held Trayvon Walker and basically kind of tackled him. They're going to call holding on that anytime. And Jawan Taylor is leaving the field here, so they're going to give him a break or a rest or something. They are not happy with his performance so far. Chiefs been called for 9 penalties for 77 yards. This is 2nd and 15, and this is Jawan Taylor's 3rd play, so he's on the bench here. Chiefs going to line up shotgun formation. Noah Gray is replacing Kelsey here. Patrick Mahomes quick screen to CEH. He's going to go ahead and just get a gain of 6. So it's going to be 3rd and long here for the Kansas City Chiefs. And what they did is they gave Isaiah Pacheco a breather, put in CEH just for one play. They throw it to CEH, get some breathing room here, because really at 3rd and 19, what you really ideally are hoping is that you can get a penalty on this play to go ahead and continue to drive. You don't want to take a risk going downfield with an interception or possible sack. It's unknown if Jawan Taylor is back on the field or not. I cannot tell from this camera angle. But Mahomes in shotgun formation. Jared McKinnon is to his left. Mahomes is going to be back to pass. And it's going to be a little check down to McKinnon. McKinnon's going to make one guy miss, but Olakon gets him at the 23-yard line. So it kind of looks like what the Chiefs did is they just concluded that when these plays were over that, hey, look, we're just going to do some check downs. We're going to punt the ball and live to fight another day. Nice play by Olakun. I apologize. I'm butchering the name. But, yeah, it kind of looks like the Chiefs after that holding call just decided to kind of wave the white flag here. And then they're going to go ahead and punt here on their 22 as we are under 5 minutes left in the 3rd. Townsend's back to punt, and it looks like it's a good one. It looks like it's going to be caught at the 30. Agnew makes one guy miss. He's going to cut up the screen. He's to the 35 and tackled at the 35-yard line. So it's going to be a decent punt, gain of 5. There's a little bit of pushing afterwards. So when play resumes, it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Jacksonville at their own 35-yard line. Chiefs are up 14-6. Yeah, the Chiefs do that play. It's kind of a neat little play. play I'm a fan of anyway. Maybe it's me, but this Kansas City offense looks to be focused, going deep again, abandoned RPO game. I don't know if it's because we got rid of Brown or Wiley or what. You know what, Keys? I didn't even bring it up yet, but I don't think we've seen an RPO once, and it may be something that they I don't have an answer. Surprise, surprise, Jimmy G throws an interception to I'd still go McKinnon over CEH. I'll be honest, I don't know what it is. CEH just runs really slow. He's an excellent receiver. Even though he's short, he's powerful. I mean, he's like 5'6", 5'7". He's like a solid 210, 215. And even though he is short, he's a powerful runner, but there's no explosion. When he gets an open field, there's not really much that he does. But he is an excellent receiver. That's not good at all. Nobody wants to see Montgomery limp at all. So keep me informed of what's going on there. No, I don't. I think he left, and I think the Chiefs are very frustrated right now with his play. And I mean, a couple penalties, a holding call. It's not a good thing considering that he is making $20 million a year. He's second highest paid right tackle in football. So yeah. I think Andy has figured out if Taylor is on the field, the refs are just going to flag him because of the Thursday night football baloney. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. And maybe it's gotten his head, and he can't focus. And but yeah, they had him off the field. I'm going to pay attention when he's on the field when play resumes here and the Chiefs get the ball back, if he's going to take over at right tackle. I can't imagine they just take him out for the rest of the game. We'll find out. I could be wrong, but it looked like on the last Taylor play there was a rip move, which makes a hold legal. It looked to me like he just tackled Trayvon Walker, and when you tackle a guy, it's always going to be called. And Trayvon Walker is a guy that it's kind of funny because play resumes here. I'll get back to that later here, but play resumes here. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation, 1st and 10 on the Jags on the 35-yard line. It's a little pitch play to Travis Etienne. Nick Bolton wraps it up for no gain. Really nice job by the Chiefs defense. We haven't seen much of Chris Jones in the second half. He's been on the sidelines, but he has had an impact on this game. But overall, this Chiefs defense has just been playing lights out, folks. So it's kind of ironic when you think of the Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid, but the Kansas City Chiefs defense is playing absolutely amazing here, and that was a great play by Nick Bolton. Chris Jones is on the field right now, 2nd and 9 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation, 2 running backs in the backfield. They're going to motion out Agnew, and they tried to trick the Chiefs here on this play. So what they did is they motioned Agnew to the bottom of the screen, and they tried to get a one-on-one to Zay Jones. And for some reason or another, the Jacksonville Jaguars are pointing towards Joshua Williams as holding. But no flag was called. It was actually a corner blitz, Trent McDuffie, and he does get a nice shot on Trevor Lawrence. But there is no flag on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 9 here. But Jacksonville looked like they were calling for a penalty. They are not going to get one as we got a very key 3rd down here. If Jacksonville goes 3 and out, that's going to be a big thing to come back from, as we are under 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter here. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation, Etienne to his left, and the play is blown dead. Trevor Lawrence just spiked the ball down. He is mad at something. We're going to find out what it is. It's delay of game, so it's going to be 3rd and long here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. If Jacksonville goes 3rd and out, this is going to be a big deal for the Kansas City Chiefs, because the Kansas City Chiefs, the offense is starting to hum a little bit. Yeah, they had and they're showing a replay, and Joshua Williams gets away with a hold. And I understand the frustration that Jacksonville Jaguars, as second-year corner Joshua Williams, one player I am really high on, gets away with one. 3rd and 14 for the Kansas City Chiefs, and this just looks ugly all the way around. Chris Jones lined up on the end, and George Kalifdis lined up on the other side. Chris Jones lined up on the top of the screen. Looked like they were trying to go screen. Chris Jones just bats the ball down. Chris Jones having a massive impact is what Jacksonville was doing. Is they're trying to run a quick screen to Travis Etienne. Chris Jones read this perfectly, bats the ball down, a very quick 3-and-out from the Jacksonville Jaguars as they punt. And after going backwards 3 yards here, so we're going to have a punt here by Jacksonville, and it looks like it's going to be plenty of room to return for Richie James. No, it's not. It's going to be kicked out of bounds, and we're waiting to see where the ball is being marked at, and they're not showing it, but it's going to be 3:45 when play resumes for the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs have an opportunity to expand on their 8-point lead. Witherspoon just tackled Josh Reynolds on a 4th to go. There's no flag. The announcers called the flag and then said, "Oh, I don't see a flag." The ball was in the air to Reynolds when he was tackled. Nick Bolton wrecked running back. Yeah, Nick Bolton is having a phenomenal. This defense looks awesome. Makes defensive football so much fun to watch. I mean, it's funny when you think of the Kansas City Chiefs, you think of all the big plays and everything. Okay, I did not know that the ball was tipped. So the way it is that you cannot call pass interference if the ball is tipped. It did look like that Joshua Williams held Zay Jones because it was a nice play by Jacksonville trying to isolate one-on-one with Zay Jones. But if the ball was tipped, then yes, you're correct. Nope, Dan didn't get away with it. Okay. Jones is playing out there, so he's looking really good. While we're on commercial break, I'm going to go through all the scores here. We got a fun one here in Atlanta, 17-12. 17-12, Green Bay over Atlanta. Chargers back up 21-17 in Nashville. Tampa Bay's taking a 10-point lead as we start the 4th quarter in Tampa. Baltimore and Cincinnati looks like a fun one. It's Baltimore 20, Cincinnati 17. Orchard Park 28-10. Buffalo's still winning big. This looks like a fun one here as we start the 4th quarter in Detroit. Detroit 20-21. Seattle 17 and Indianapolis running it up at Houston 31-10. I remember you wanted Nick Bolton. I remember this. Yeah, he hooked him, but we 2 penalties on Jacksonville, 9 against Kansas City. It's kind of funny because I think last week at Arrowhead, I think Kansas City's only called for 2. And it's one thing I thought that it used to be that, the road team got more penalties. And I thought, okay, well, we've gone away from that. But at the first 2 games of the season, it looks to be just the complete opposite. We're seeing the Chiefs, normally a very not penalized team, get 9, where last week I think they had 2. Chargers touchdown. Yeah, that looks like a fun game. We got Chargers 21, Titans 17. And Funk, I do remember this. You were very, very high on Nick Bolton, and Chiefs fans love him. Okay, Jawan Taylor is out there. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. 2 wide receivers, Kelsey motioning. Kadarius Toney gets the ball, fumbles, picks it back up. He runs backwards, and he's going to be tackled after he loses more yardage. So Kadarius Toney drops the ball, then he runs backwards. So it's going to be 2nd and 21. What could have been a turnover instead? Instead, just a fumble that's recovered. And what happened is I'm missing the Jacksonville player who batted the ball. It's actually a nice play by the Jacksonville defender. Is that Tyson Campbell who made that? I believe it's Tyson Campbell, 2nd-year player out of Georgia. No, I'm sorry. It was number 37. I'm drawing a complete blank on who that is. It's Darius Williams, I believe. No, I got that wrong again. But it was a real nice play by Jacksonville. So very, very nice play by Jacksonville. And bear with me, I'm having some more computer issues here. But I saw an incompletion here, and it's going to be 3rd and 22 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. I saw a Chiefs fan doing the 3rd down sign. Yeah, I don't get why he did that. But anyway, it's going to be 3rd and 22 at the 12-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. Tony's at the bottom of the screen. 2 wide receivers, and Noah Gray. Tony's going to catch the ball and swung down after just a gain of 4. It's going to be 4th down here. And this is kind of a play concept the Chiefs like to do. 3 wide receivers to the top, clear out, try to clear one to the bottom, and they're hoping Tony could make a play. Nice play by Jacksonville catching this. And by the way, a 2nd or 3rd snap of the day that was down, and Trayvon Walker did a nice job blowing up that play, and that was a Rashawn Jenkins on the tackle. Nice job by Jacksonville forcing a 3 and out here as Kelsey is going to punt on 4th and 17. Low snap, but the punt is away, almost blocked, but still this is a booming punt all the way back to the 25. And Agnew breaks a tackle. He's going to try to split defenders. Does this little circle move and ends up losing a yard here. Nice job by the Chiefs special teams here. It looked like a fumble, I guess, with their 3 steps. It was close to an incompletion, but it looked like it was a fumble. I picked it up and they ran backwards, which you don't like to see. It would have been much better for the Chiefs if he just dropped the ball, but unfortunately it happened, and Jacksonville's back on the field again after a quick 3 and out by the Chiefs offense. So Jacksonville's going to get the ball on the 23-yard line here. 1st and 10 for the Jags. 1:59 left in the 3rd. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation. Evan Ingram's lined up in the 3-point stance. First time we've seen this all day. Fake the handoff. Trevor Lawrence wants to go deep. He goes deep. He's got a player open. It's Christian Kirk for a big gain here. Jacksonville's automatically in Chiefs territory with the huge gain to Christian Kirk. And it looks like Jacksonville wants to go hurry up here. I can't tell exactly where he caught the ball at. It looks like at the 31-yard line. So it's a huge gain for Jacksonville. They go hurry up. They get the ball to Evan Ingram. He breaks a tackle after he was stopped at the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle, goes forward for 9. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are quickly down the field here, taking advantage of a very nice play call. It's going to be 2nd and 1 at the 23-yard line for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars got their 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. They're lining Evan Ingram up, and I haven't seen this all day where he's lined up in a 3-point stance. Now he gets up in a 2-point stance, but he's lined up in the traditional Y tight end formation. Travis Etienne switches from Lawrence's right to his left. It fakes the handoff. Christian Kirk on the bubble screen gets a 1st down, powers forward to the 15-yard line. So the Jacksonville Jaguars are now officially in the red zone as Jacksonville is in a position where they can go ahead and make this a tie game if they elect to go for 2. That'll be an interesting situation if Jacksonville decides to go for a touchdown here. So exactly, Keys. Exactly what I was saying. Do they go for 2? 1st and 10 here. It's a fake. No, it is a handoff to Travis Etienne. Powers forward right up the middle for a gain of 6. Nice job by Travis Etienne. That's a play that's been very effective for the Jacksonville Jaguars today, where they just a little quick handoff right up the middle to Travis Etienne. And they're trying to get a playoff by the end of the 3rd. Before the end of the 3rd, they are not going to be successful, so they're going to switch sides of the field. So at the end of 3, we have Kansas City 14, Jacksonville 6. Packers score a touchdown. While we're at the commercial break, I'm going to go over all the scores here real fast. Green Bay is winning in Atlanta. Still time left in the 3rd quarter, 24-12. Chargers 21-17 in the 4th quarter. It looks like that's going to be a good one. Tampa Bay is up by 10 still in the 4th quarter against Chicago. Baltimore in a tight one, 20-17. It looks like the 4th quarter's just started. Buffalo piling it on the Raiders, 31-10. You guys tell me, this looks like a real fun one in Detroit. Lions 21, Seahawks 17. And Indianapolis at the start of the 4th quarter is beating up Houston 31-10. So Keys, this is the $1 million question here. If Jacksonville does score a touchdown and they're in good shape to score a touchdown, do they go for 2? And that's a great question. I think they do, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens because you never know. Do you want to just make sure you keep it a 1-score game? just in case. And the reason why you say just in case, because if you go for 2 and you miss, then the Chiefs score a touchdown with the extra point. It's 9 points. And that's kind of the thought process that you have to go through. But if Jacksonville does score a touchdown, I expect Doug Peterson to go for 2, but we're going to have to wait and see. Give a lot of credit to the Kansas City Chiefs defense, even though this drive, Jacksonville kind of went downfield in bunches. The Kansas City Chiefs defense has looked absolutely amazing, and the score reflects that. It's 14-6. You're seeing a lot of different players. Chris Jones having a massive impact already. George Karlaftis with a sack. He's been playing really, really well. Drew Tranquil, key free agent acquisition from the Chargers this offseason, a player I absolutely love playing a little more. The Chiefs secondary, even though they got beat on that big play, the Chiefs secondary overall has been very, 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 very good. So even though Jacksonville is inside the red zone, the Chiefs defense is playing lights out. So give them a lot of credit. As we start the fourth quarter here, Jacksonville is inside the red zone, trying maybe to tie the game. It's 2nd and 5 here from Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation. Kirk's going to motion to the bottom of the screen, fake the handoff right up the middle. Trevor Lawrence going to the end zone, and Zay Jones catches the ball in the end zone. The question is, does he have both feet down? He's got at least one. He did catch the ball, and it's not ruled a touchdown. They're going to look at this, and they're showing a replay. It's definitely one, and no, this is not a catch. Nice effort by Zay Jones. You may have heard about the toe drag. He was not doing the toe drag. If he did do a toe drag, it would be a touchdown. Very nice reception, but all for naught. It's going to be an incompletion. 3rd and 5, very key. As of right now, the biggest third down of the game. And again, they're going to use Chris Jones as a defensive end here. Chiefs showing blitz, drop out, only rush 3. And it's going to be incomplete in the end zone. And it is a flag. Justin Reed was one-on-one against Evan Ingram. And Reed's not happy about it, but it's going to be first down Jacksonville. And this is a really nice job by the Chiefs defense. This is really a fun thing. What they did is they lined up in a 3-man front. Showed blitz, dropped out, but Justin Reed got called for pass interference. So it's going to be automatic first down for Jacksonville. Wasn't even catchable. They're showing the replay here. I think it's a good call. I think it's a good call. It'll be Chiefs defense going to have to try to force them out. It's at the 1-yard line here. First and goal on the 1-yard line for Jacksonville. Chiefs, by the way, called for 10 penalties today. Trevor Lawrence for a bootleg, and it does not work. He loses 4 yards. So what they did is they did a fake handoff, Travis Etienne up the middle. Trevor Lawrence was going to bootleg around the side. The Chiefs defense was not fooled at all. Nick Bolton stones them. And by the way, L'Jarius Sneed also did not. L'Jarius Sneed and Nick Bolton did not fall for this at all. So a loss of 4. Jacksonville tries to get cute, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 4-yard line. Thought it was a loss of 4. Turns out to be just a loss of 3. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. They're going to line up. I can't see. Okay, I see. They're going to line up Evan Ingram as the standard tight end, 3-point stance. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, going around in the end zone, and Calvin Ridley does make the catch, does not get both feet in bounds, hits the bounces right off the goalpost. He's still down, folks. They're going to call him, and he gets up, but they're still going to call him over. He's going to lead the game for at least one play. And by the way, Ridley, very nice catch. Doesn't get any. It looks like he had one. He doesn't get any feet in bounds on that one. Seattle just took the lead. Wow, that looks like a good one. Lions letting Seahawks stay in the game may cost them. That looks like it's a good game. That looks like a good game. I still expect Detroit to win. I'm kind of mad that they're not going to cover 5.5, but I mean, I didn't have action on it, so. And Ridley is leaving the game here. I think he's okay. I think he's just banged up on that play. He slammed right into the padded goalpost. Thank God. So biggest third down of the game. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, getting pressure, throws the ball up and out. This is a bad throw because there was some pressure, but Zay Jones had a small window where he could have caught the ball, and instead Trevor Lawrence just threw a bad ball, and it kind of looks like Trevor Lawrence wants to go for it, but they are not. They're going to bring on the field goal team, and as they should. It's going to be a very short field goal here. And by the way, they're showing this again. This was a tight window, but this is a missed throw. That's on Trevor Lawrence there because that looks like it should have been. And the field goal is up and barely good as he got it just inside the right upright. So it's going to be 14-9. Ridley might need concussion protocol. I'm not sure. It looked like he hurt his knee. But he was moving gingerly around. Want to see what happens. But if Jacksonville wants to get in the end zone, and it looks like they'll need to score a touchdown in order to win this game, I think they need Ridley. That was their best offensive drive of the game, and they only ended up with 3. Keys, I wish I would have said this. That defense just forced a field goal after a gift penalty gives them 1st and goal at the 1. It was 1st and goal at the 1. They got cute, big mistake, and it cost them. Chiefs still have the lead. It's 14-9 as play resumes here. The Kansas City Chiefs will get the ball. David Montgomery has not returned. If you hear anything, is this a minor injury or is this a major injury for David Montgomery? If the offense gets things figured out when Amanahu gets back and the young guys get going, this team's going to be – you're right, because Chris Jones has been playing – I don't have the exact numbers, but it looks like he's playing about 50 to 60. I thought he would play less than half. I think he's playing slightly more than half of the defensive snaps, and he's having a big impact. And this defense is very young. This defense is very young. So when they get Amanahu, who's on a 6-game suspension, when he comes back and Chris Jones gets integrated with this defense, it's going to be a lot of fun for Chiefs fans because I think it's really just a matter of time before the offense gets going. This would be a nice time for the Chiefs offense to put another touchdown on the ball. Denver Gator defense just let Lockett kill them on this last drive, and now Big V is down. Ooh, another thing. I don't think it was that cute. Lawrence is athletic enough. That was just great defense. You know what? They're killing the Chiefs up the middle. I think they should just stuck with that. I thought it was kind of a cutesy play, but I get it. I mean, Lawrence, by the way, is a pretty damn good athlete. I mean, Lawrence is a very, very good scrambler, pretty athletic dude, and he's a big dude. He's 6'6", 230. Put on some muscle since he's been in the NFL, and really, really good player. Really, really, really good player. Great reaction, just fast enough to get there and strong enough to tackle him. But honestly, yeah, exactly. Exactly. So with 13:43 left in the fourth quarter, Kansas City 14, Jacksonville 9. Jacksonville's going to kick off to Kansas City. And the kick is up, and it looks like it is going out of the end zone. It was kind of strange because he just took like a 1-2. Normally they take a running start, and the kicker just took a 2-step kick and just went off. Josh Allen is on the sidelines. He is not 100%. He looks like they're showing a replay here. It looks like he went down, hurt his shoulder. He is not going back, and that's a huge loss. He's the Jackson. They got some talent out there. Josh Allen's their best player. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation, gets the snap. Quick, nice back shoulder for a 15-yard gain to Justin Watson. This was a really, really nice play. Justin Watson at the bottom of the screen. They had trips to the top, and what they did is isolated one-on-one coverage. Back shoulder throw, little pitch and catch. Really, really, really nice play by the Kansas City Chiefs there. I'd like to see more of this, but it's going to be 1st and 10 as the clock continues to go. Looks like we'll snap the ball with just under 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Kelsey trying to add to this lead, trying to make this a 2-point game. Patrick Mahomes, 25 out, 34, 230, 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. It's going to be a little handoff to Isaiah Pacheco. Gets a first down. Nice run by Pacheco. Nice run by Pacheco here. Gets a first down. The Chiefs just moved the ball. It looked like the same play Jacksonville's been beating Kansas City up with on Jacksonville's offense. They're just moving the ball right up the field. Nice little run. Nothing fancy, just Isaiah Pacheco right up the middle for a very, very nice first down. Isaiah Pacheco, 5 carries, 50 yards. They're going back to a 12 personnel. Blake Bell, Travis Kelsey in there, Sky Moore, and I believe that's Justin Ross. Or is that No, it's MVS. And Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's going to run. He's at midfield. He's at the 45. He's at the 40. As he stretched forward, it looks like he's got the first down here. Very nice play by Patrick Mahomes as he scrambles for the first down. Nice play call. What they did is they had 2 wide receivers run deep, and it looked like what they were trying to do was they had Pacheco block, and then I thought what they wanted to do was have Pacheco block, chip off, and a little quick screen to Pacheco. But Pacheco had to block the incoming rusher a little too much. Wide open space. Patrick Mahomes scrambles for first down. They were in enemy territory as they were on the 39-yard line. McKinnon is entered the field with Kadarius Toney lined up in the backfield. They run it to Kadarius Toney like a running back, and he gets a gain of 3 on the play. Nice trick play there as they put Toney in the backfield. That was one of the things I liked about Toney is you can use him as a running back, use him as a wide receiver. This play, they use him as a wide receiver and do a really nice job. He's going to leave the field as Isaiah Pacheco checks back in. So they had Jared McKinnon in there and Toney as a 2 running back set. Something Kelsey does not do often. It's 2nd and 7 here. Patrick Mahomes is in shotgun formation, fakes the handoff to Pacheco. Quick pass off to Richie James, who enters the game here, but it's incomplete. It would have been short of the first down. What the Chiefs look like they're just trying to do is just get a little quick out. And it looks like originally he caught the ball. Nice play by Williams, the Jacksonville corner, having a really nice game. 3rd and 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Pacheco enters the field here. We got Sky Moore and MVS to the top of the screen. Travis Kelsey at the very bottom and Justin Watson in the slot. Jared McKinnon is going to be to Patrick Mahomes' left. They are inside the play clock. Kelsey's going to move in motion to the slot. Little check down to McKinnon. McKinnon's going to break a tackle. And so what happened is Jacksonville came with a blitz. They flashed McKinnon out to the bottom of the screen. Patrick Mahomes read the blitz perfectly. Got it off to McKinnon, but he's just short of the first down. So we're going to see what Kansas City does here because it is a long field goal, but it's a very short 4th down. It will be about 4th and 1. And it looked like they're showing a replay, and it looks like he actually might have got the first down, but it's going to be 4th and 1. Kansas City Chiefs run to the line of scrimmage. Patrick Mahomes under center. It's going to be a quick play to Pacheco right up the middle for a first down, Kansas City. So it doesn't matter, but it did look like originally that it probably looked like on the replay. This is an old school play. They had Noah Gray in a 3-point stance, Isaiah Pacheco in a 3-point stance, just right up the middle. Just a solid play, just right up the middle here with a little window dressing to keep the Jacksonville honest. But nice play by the Kansas City Chiefs getting a first down. And it's going to be 1st and goal inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. They're going to have Noah Gray motioning, and they're going to do the same thing. They're just going to run it right up the middle here. Isaiah Pacheco gets a nice gain of 3 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Nice job. I like what the Kansas City Chiefs are doing, running the ball a little more. Now, keep in mind, I'm an old school type of guy. And even though I got Patrick Mahomes, I'd like to see the Chiefs run the ball quite a bit. Or at least like see the Chiefs run the ball a little more. Isaiah Pacheco in the first half only had 4 yards rushing. This half he has 51. So we got rookie Rashee Rice is in there. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes in shotgun formation. Pacheco to his right, fakes the handoff to Pacheco. Mahomes scrambles around, gets a first down. Rashee Rice, the rookie out of SMU, he gets down inside the red zone. I'm sorry, inside the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs. Nice job by the Kansas City Chiefs. Fake the same play that's been working, and then get the ball out to Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice gets some yards after the catch inside the 10-yard line. Rashee Rice, he's a second-year player out of SMU. If you're not familiar with this rookie, get used to him because he's going to have a big impact in the NFL. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs. Pacheco's in the game. Mahomes in shotgun formation. It's right at the 10-yard line here. Mahomes gets the shotgun snap. He's going to scramble off. He throws the ball at the end zone. Kelsey drops what would be a touchdown, and Kelsey is not happy. Kelsey is not happy. This was a touchdown. They isolated Williams one-on-one on Kelsey. Kelsey won the route. Nice throw by Mahomes. Missed opportunity for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line. Kelsey's at the top of the screen, 3 receivers at the bottom. Rashee Rice running to the top of the screen. He's going to be outside. And Mahomes, it looked like it's going to, and it is going to be another false start. This time looked, this is going to be on Juwan Taylor. It's going to be his 4th one of the game. This is something I think that's affecting him mentally. Juwan Taylor just, this was really bad. This was not like the other ones where it's like a half step. This was like a full step back. This really puts the Chiefs in a bad situation here. It's going to be 2nd and a goal at the 15-yard line for the Kansas City Chiefs. Just 8:25 left in the 4th quarter here. Mahomes in shotgun formation here. Kadarius Toney motioning to the top of the screen. And I'm not sure what's going on here. Is this another false start by the Kansas City Chiefs? It's another false start on the Kansas City Chiefs. For one of the best coach teams in the NFL. But this one's on Joe Thuney, who this will be his first penalty of the season. Joe Thuney does not get penalized very often, and he moved early. Just a lack of concentration right now for the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's easier said than done. It's 120 degrees out there, long drive, 12 penalties, 94 yards for the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are now at the 20 for 2nd and goal. A little fake handoff here, and what it was is that they're doing a fake handoff to McKinnon. Then they were going to go ahead and try to slip Toney, try to get him in some open field. Play was read perfectly by the Jacksonville Jaguars. They just went ahead and just blew this up. So it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 20-yard line. At this point in time, what you want to do is you just want to make sure that you don't turn the ball over and regain the lead of 8 points. But an opportunity for the Chiefs to get a 2-score lead just evaporates here. Not a good sequence of events here for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be 3rd and goal at the 20-yard line. They're going to line up Sky Moore and Toney at the bottom of the screen. Patrick Mahomes is under pressure. Lumps it out to Travis Kelsey. It's incomplete. It was only going to be a 10-yard completion. So instead of the Chiefs scoring a touchdown, they're going to kick a field goal, try to get the lead back up to 8. It's going to be 4th and goal at the 20. The Chiefs are going to bring on the field goal unit, try to get the lead back up to 8. And this was just a terrible sequence of events after Rashee Rice made a very, very nice play to get the ball inside the 10. We're now looking at a 38-yard field goal for Harrison Butker. So far has been perfect on the year, 2 for 2, 2 field goals against Detroit. This one will be up, and this one will be good. Kansas City Chiefs will go up 17-9 with 8:10 left in the 4th quarter. Disappointing that they couldn't get more, but still good. At the 5 or so, I like the bootleg with the fullback, running back, fullback, backside, tight end in the slot, and receiver dragging in one. Yeah, I do too. It was a great play call. Sorry, the energy drink. Energy drink is not affecting me. Then your quarterback can run in if everyone else is covered or has the option of levels there, or trips with double slants and the number 3 running a pivot. Yeah, I like that play as well. I love Pacheco running or blocking. He just loves hitting dudes. He's an offensive bolt, and he is. Donovan Smith just standing and watching on the tourney. Yeah. Goff interception streak is over, and we are now down by 10. That's not good. That's not good. Jacksonville is playing the quick stuff. We need to call something with a double move and hit. I couldn't agree more. And I'm wondering if, due to all the false starts, if they're worried about their tackles on the outside. And that's the reason why we're not doing some double moves. Golf just sold my parlay. I can never bet on the Lions. Ouch, Lions. That looked like he was short, and it was only by. Yeah, it was. I thought he might have had it, but yeah, but they went for it. Last year, Golf did this in 3 games, and the Lions lost by less than the score. I'm not a Golf fan. Can't wait to Hooker. Oh my god. Oh my God! Just last week he was great. Now we're waiting. Now we're hearing the Hendon Hooker talk. But I'm gonna let you know right now. I think the Hendon Hooker upside is massive. When Hendon Hooker starts playing, and I think he will play this year. I think there'll be a situation where we see him in some sub packages, some 2-point plays, things like that. And like the upside of Hendon Hooker is amazing. I am so sorry. The energy drink did not affect me very well. Glad to see. Yeah, right. You're gonna love this kid. If you're not familiar with Rashee Rice, second round pick out of SMU, going to have a big impact. As we return to the game, Kansas City Chiefs will kick off to Jacksonville. 8:10 left in the fourth quarter. Kansas City 17, Jacksonville 9, and we're going to see if Trevor Lawrence can get the Jaguars in the end zone. Bills, another touchdown. Josh Allen is out. And the Chiefs, I thought, were doing a good job taking advantage of it. And they haven't as of yet. The catches, they get updated. They give Donovan Smith a catch. Okay, so that's the way it works. Okay. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think I'm thinking the reason why they don't do that is simply because of the tackles. I'm speculating here. All right, so we are back at the game. It is 1st and 10 for Jacksonville at the 25-yard line. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation. Agnew motions down to the bottom of the screen. Trevor Lawrence looking deep, and it is 1-on-1. And Byron Cook, the Chiefs safety, is still down. By the way, Cook was in better position than Zay Jones to make this play, and Cook is still down. This is not a good thing. Cook was in phenomenal position. This was an A-plus play by Cook. Actually, Zay Jones, the way it worked out, this is a penalty. This is a penalty. Zay Jones should have been called for offensive pass interference here. Zay Jones tackles Byron Cook, and I'm not really sure what happened, but Cook is still down. He may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him, but he's still down. I think he got the wind knocked out of him. I'm not a medical expert, obviously, but I will say this. This was a penalty on Zay Jones. This should have been an offensive pass interference because Byron Cook was in phenomenal position to get this. He was tackled. That's offensive pass interference. Terrible call by the refs. 2 minutes, Titans 24-21 over Chargers. No tears from me, DG. Chargers and Raiders losing on the same day would be nice as always if the Titans can hold on. Funk says 3:08, Lions down by 3, need the defense to make a play. How's Jason Peters looking to? I didn't even talk about that, but Jason Peters just signed a few days ago. He's 75 years old. And no, I'm joking. He's 41, but just signed and is ready. And I'm guessing he's playing well. I've never been a golf guy. Don't act like I have. I said to coaches, like I'm sorry, Funk. I will say this: the upside of Hendon Hooker is massive. If you untap that potential, there's no ceiling. I mean, there is no ceiling on Hendon Hooker. He is that good. Rooting for Axe Quifecta. All right, back to play here. It's a 2nd and 10 on the 25. Cook is out, but he looks okay. Jacksonville trips to the top of the screen, then Ingram to the bottom. Look, quick throw to a Christian Kirk, and it was a quick 5-yard in route. Squirts forward, gets a first down here at the 35. Nice job by Christian Kirk, just finding the soft spot in the zone, settling down, and then catches the ball and just pops up for a gain of 10 here. So Jacksonville, with under 8 left to go in the games, we're approaching the 7:30 mark, so it'll be halfway into the fourth quarter. The score is Jacksonville 9, Kansas City 17. 1st and 10 for the Jags here. Trevor Lawrence, empty formation here. Chiefs come with a blitz. Picked up perfectly. A nice throw and catch. Christian Kirk being targeted quite a bit. They had Calvin Ridley earlier in the game, but it looks like this will be Christian Kirk's 10th catch of the game. Looks like 10 catches for 106 yards. Big game by Christian Kirk. Big game by Christian Kirk here. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 47. Quick snap here. Trevor Lawrence wants to go deep, scrambling around. He's got some open field. He's at the 50, the 45. He's at the 40, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 35. Huge run by Trevor Lawrence as he gets about a 18-yard gain here. So it's going to be 1st and 10 as we are going under 7 minutes here. So we're in tight one here. Nice job by Trevor Lawrence here, just seeing the defense and just running around. Looks like Nick Bolton had a opportunity to get him down earlier, just kind of ran out of gas. I don't blame him. It's hot out there and he's tired. Jacksonville on this drive moved the ball downfield quickly. It's going to be 1st and 10 in the Chiefs 35 here. So the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think, want to score a touchdown. They don't want to kick a field goal here. It's going to be fake run, a ball to Christian Kirk again. Stop me if you've heard this before. He gets this time just a gain of 5. Nice tackle by Justin Reed here as he takes him down harshly. But it's going to be 2nd and 5 here. Christian Kirk having a big day. I'm sorry, it's going to be 2nd and 6 here. Christian Kirk having a big day as they are lining up at the line of scrimmage here. Ridley and Kirk at the bottom of the screen. Evan Ingram, Zay Jones to the top. ETN to Trevor Lawrence's right. Trevor Lawrence gets a snap, shotgun snap here. He's got some pressure, gets out to the outside. He's going to throw the ball to Ingram. He's covered by Willie Gay here. That's a mismatch in Jacksonville's favor, but Trevor Lawrence couldn't get the throw. It actually looked like when Trevor Lawrence scrambled to the outside, he should have just ran, but I think what he saw was that Evan Ingram lined up against Chiefs linebacker Willie Gay. Saw that as a mismatch opportunity. Didn't have a good throw. Gay was in a good situation. Gay's now leaving the field. Looks like he's having an issue with his right leg. I can't tell if it's a knee or an ankle issue, but Trevor Lawrence should have just ran because he would have had the first down if he just would have ran. But instead, it's going to be 3rd and 6 here for the Jaguars. Very key 3rd down here as we are at 5:42 left in the fourth quarter here. The Kansas City Chiefs are up by 8 as Jacksonville has not scored a touchdown all day, and the Kansas City Chiefs really need to keep them out of the end zone. Keep in mind, Jacksonville, if they score a touchdown, this much time left in the game, I'm thinking it have to get a touchdown and have to go for 2. Tank Bisbee is going to replace ETN to Trevor Lawrence's left. Evan Ingram and Zay Jones at the top of the screen. Fake the handoff here. Quick screen pass to Evan Ingram. He dives forward and gets the first down. So he's tripped up after a gain of 1, but goes airborne, outstretches himself, and gets the first down. Nice athletic play by Evan Ingram. What a phenomenal effort by Ingram, who was stopped 3 yards short and just dove out of bounds, had his arms stretched out. Nice play by Evan Ingram. Mike Edwards, the Chiefs free agent safety, made a nice tackle. Just Evan Ingram, this incredibly athletic play. So it's 1st and 10 on the Kansas City Chiefs 25 as we are approaching 5 minutes left in the game. Agnew motions to the bottom to the top. Evan Ingram again, and he gets another first down. Real nice play call here. What they did is they had Jamal Agnew go from the bottom of the screen to the top, and then they had Evan Ingram just pop out at the bottom of the screen, runs forward, very athletic run here by Evan Ingram, gets a gain of 10. So it's going to be first and down inside the red zone for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We were at 4:58 left in the fourth quarter here. The Kansas City Chiefs are up 17-9. I got to think to myself that if Jacksonville scores a touchdown, it's actually the 14-yard line. Jacksonville scores a touchdown, they have to go for 2 here. I got to think to myself, being that we're inside 5 minutes. Trevor Lawrence fakes the snap. It looks like they're trying to get Christian Kirk out in the flat. The Chiefs did not fall for it. I'm sorry, it was Calvin Ridley. So what they did is that they faked the handoff to the bottom of the screen. Trevor Lawrence did a pivot, and they had Calvin Ridley running underneath. The Chiefs did not fall for it. And Byron Cook is back on the field. I believe it was just a wind knocked out of him, but he is fine. He was on the field. The Chiefs did not fall for this at all. That was a great job by the Chiefs defense, because if they fall for the fake and get overly aggressive, that's a Ridley walk-in. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 on the 14-yard line here. Trevor Lawrence in shotgun formation here. Trevor Lawrence back to pass. He's got an open pocket, and Calvin Ridley drops the ball, and he was hit after he drops the ball by Justin Reed, but it looked like it was incidental contact. But the way the refs are kind of calling the game, you could have. I've seen ticky-tacky penalties like that. He runs into him. It was not a hit. I kind of misspoke there, but there was some contact after he clearly dropped the ball. And Ridley looks like he's banged up. It doesn't look like he's 100% at all. So it's going to be 3rd and 10, a very big 3rd down for Jacksonville. I'd be kind of curious what they do if they don't make this 3rd down, because there's only 4:47 left in the game. Trevor Lawrence shotgun formation here. Chris Jones beats the guy and sacks him. He throws the ball off to the side. I don't know if that's considered a fumble or an incompletion. Chris Jones just blew by the Jacksonville. I can't tell who he beat here, but Chris Jones just beat the crap out of he beat the crap out of Anton Harrison again. I apologize for not having that. And this is a great job by the Kansas City Chiefs. What they did is they've been taking Chris Jones and moving him all up and down the field. So what they did is they moved Chris Jones, and this should be called a sack, but they're just going to call it an incompletion, missed call here. But it's 4th and 10, and Jacksonville's going to go for it, and now they're going to call a timeout. This is wrong. I'm going to tell you this right now. This should have been a sack by Chris Jones, and it should be 4 yards back. Chris Jones just blew by the rookie offensive tackle, who's going to be, I think he's going to be a really good player, by the way. Anton Harrison's going to be a really good left tackle. And Kansas City's going to challenge this, and they should challenge this. This is a sack, and it should be 4 yards further back. And this is a good call by Kansas City, because even if they lose this challenge, they still have 2 timeouts with under 5 to go. And this is a sack. And yeah, they're gonna. It's pretty close, and the angle that they're replaying this isn't the best one, but this is definitely a sack. Chris Jones having a major impact. He's referring to the play that should have been pass interference. Yeah, it is. Hopefully not a leg injury. 3rd and 8, 2:15 left on the clock, 2:17. Well, my quadfecta involves Denver losing and obviously Kansas City holding on. Why did CBS bring in a rules analyst? I don't know. I don't know. Let's go Lions. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's there. He's not on the field right now. And by the way, FAU comes in and just, oh God, that looks really brutal. I didn't notice that at first, but FAU puts an additional hit on them. That can't feel good for Trevor Lawrence. He may even enjoy the timeout to get a little bit of a break. Holy, huge time for the first sack of the season. You'll see guys on every channel if the Lions win. Gino ran like a mile backward. I can't wait to see it. Gino took a 17-yard sack. Let's go Lions. Jared Goff legacy drive. Chargers field goal for over. Oh my God. Losing D. Montgomery down by 10 with 2 backups on the right side of the line. Still got a chance. Lions are inside the 30. That was not incomplete. That wasn't a forward pass. No, it wasn't. He was just trying to get rid of the ball. I think he was trying to throw it forward, but no, he threw it behind. But and that may be what they're calling, but it looked like Chris Jones had him sacked. Whether it's a fumble or a sack, the ball should be several yards back, and that's definitely another fumble. I thought originally Chris Jones got him. I don't think it's a fumble. I think Chris Jones sacked him. It should be back, but we'll see what they say. FAU is having a good game. He's not playing a lot, but when he is on the field, he's having a nice impact. And I love Chris Jones playing defensive end. What a great job by the Kansas City Chiefs defense, really confusing the offensive front, which is banged up. You got a rookie on the right side. You got Walker Little, who did play left tackle against Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round last year, but he's ideally the starting left guard. Now, Cam Robinson, starting left tackle, is out the first 4 games of the season. So what they did is they're taking Walker Little. They're going to put him at left tackle. But when Robinson returns, Robinson will take over as left tackle, and Little will move inside the guard. And the Chiefs are really taking advantage of Jacksonville's tackles here, and they're moving Chris Jones around. So given A+ grade to Steve Spagnuolo, Chiefs defensive coordinator, really doing some different things. I know Keys likes to credit Colin, who's the new defensive line coach, who was Jacksonville Jaguars defensive coordinator when Urban Meyer was there, a student of Wink Martindale. He was really bringing in it really looks like he's bringing in some the 3-4 looks, and the Chiefs defense looks a lot better. This was a really, really, really good job by Wink Martindale here. And we got overtime, 2 overtime games. Usually that's whistled as a sack before they get the throw out. And this call is overturned. And now I'm listening to this without the sound, so I don't have the idea of what's going on, but it looks like Jacksonville's going to get the ball pushed back. I'll be honest, if I'm Jacksonville at this point, I kick a field goal. Drew Lock went out for the... That's a little odd. But at 4th and 12 here, Jacksonville's offense, I would kick a field goal. I think this is a big mistake by Jacksonville. I would not go for it on 4th and 12. I would kick the field goal. Your defense has held Kansas City 17. I would try to hold them. By the way, Kansas City does not lose a timeout there, so both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. It's going to be 4th and 12 at the 16, so you don't have to score a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence takes a shotgun snap. Chris Jones is getting some pressure. Lawrence in the end zone. Ridley catches it, but he's outside of the end zone here. Great coverage by L'Jarius Sneed. It's going to be Kansas City ball. Big mistake by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Big mistake with the Jacksonville Jaguars. But Ridley does, and this is really close. They're going to take another look at this. By the way, Sneed, excellent coverage. And no, he very clearly, he does catch the ball, but his right foot is out of bounds immediately. Jacksonville fans are going to try to argue this because his left foot is in bounds. He does a great job trying to keep both feet in bounds. We talked about the toe drag that Zay Jones should have done, which would have got him a touchdown earlier in the game. But this is going to be they're going to look at this, but he very clearly has his right foot out of bounds. So this is going to be pretty quick. The Chiefs are going to get the ball back. This is not really going to be, I'm not going to spend a lot of time because this is very easily going to be overturned. I can't remember Andy being so successful at challenges in a game. Big job. Big kudos for Andy Reid here, who I think last week I said Dan Campbell outcoached him. Well, this week he very clearly outcoaches his pupil in Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson should have kicked the field goal. This was a big mistake. What you should have done is kick the field goal and then try to get your defense to go ahead and get a stop. Instead, you now have to have your defense get a stop, and then you have to score twice. Defense with another stand. I know. And the Kansas City Chiefs are just going to line up here in 13 personnel. That's 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver, Pacheco in the backfield. The Kansas City Chiefs are just going to give the ball to Pacheco right up the middle here for a gain of nothing. So what Jacksonville comes in, Wingard, I haven't seen him play all day. So what Jacksonville is going to do is they're just going to line up and just try to stop the run here. Kansas City Chiefs don't look like they're going to go ahead and get overly creative here. At least first play, it's going to be 2nd and 10 here, and Jacksonville's not going to use one of their timeouts. Jacksonville and Kansas City have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Kansas City Chiefs are going to let the ball go down. Actually, should let it go for another 10 seconds. They stop at 10. Patrick Mahomes is going to scramble around. He's going to run. He's at the 25. Breaks a tackle at the 30. Gets a first down. Jacksonville will be forced to use its timeouts now as Patrick Mahomes gets a scramble for a gain of 15 yards. Nice job by Patrick Mahomes. So I thought they should have had the clock move down a little further. They didn't. And instead, what they did is they tried to take a shot. They were going to go with Travis Kelsey, but when Olakon had his back to Patrick Mahomes took advantage of it and ran. And what Olakun did was he wanted to face Travis Kelsey. Smart defense, but the problem is that when you have your back to the quarterback, Mahomes scrambles, got the first down. They did not use a timeout, so it's under 3 minutes here. Sky Moore in motion. And it's a handoff to Pacheco to the top of the screen, powers forward for a gain of 4, maybe 5. And I was expecting Jacksonville to call timeout here. They did not. But it's 2:49, and it's going to be 2nd and 6 once play resumes here. Jacksonville's going to use its timeouts now. So here's the way it will work, is that what Jacksonville's going to try to do is call they're going to put 1 second left on the clock. So they're going to call back-to-back timeouts really fast. And then what they're going to try to do is try to get the 2-minute. They're going to call another timeout after this play. And then they're going to take advantage of the 2-minute warning. So with 2:50 left, Jacksonville uses its first timeout, 2nd and 6 here. The Kansas City Chiefs basically need 2 first downs to ice this game. 2nd and 6 here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation here. It's 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers here. Isaiah Pacheco is going to get the handoff to the top of the screen here, and he is stopped immediately. It's going to be interesting because he got hit, but he got back up, and I'm not really sure where the referee's going to mark this. They're going to mark it where he originally went down, but he wasn't touched and wisely got up and squirted forward for another 4 yards because he was knocked down at the line of scrimmage, but he wasn't touched. And so what happened is, since he wasn't touched, he wisely got up and ran forward for another 4 yards. Lloyd kind of just stood there. And okay, they're gonna mark it back to where he is knocked down. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 here, and Kansas City's going to take the ball down to about 2:02. So when Jacksonville, so no matter what happens, you're going to have a 2-minute warning right here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's going to scramble. Olakun's there. Patrick Mahomes avoids the throw. Wide open. Sky Moore, 35 to the 30, to 25 to the 20. Cuts inside to the 15, down at the 11-yard line. Biggest play in the game, goes for a first down. Sky Moore, and it's inside. Now the clock's moving, but that's the stop for the 2-minute warning. So they're going to have to get some, and there's a flag down. Oh no. What? Oh, we got a flag is down. Oh no, we can't wait and see what happens now. No matter what, we're going to go back to 2 minutes. We're going to go back to 2 minutes here. I'm going to get some of these comments here. I didn't see anything either. This was very easily not a catch. Yeah, it was. Trevor Lawrence, Dan's MVP pick with a I know. But yeah. 53.7. Let's go Titans. Justin Fields a pick 6, and it's a personal foul against Kansas City. Another penalty for the key. Oh boy, this is big. Get ready for Dan to scream. And they're not showing the replay. Kansas City taking 16 seconds off a play through the 2-minute warning is hilarious. It's actually awesome. I actually thought, to be honest with you, because the clock was moving, I thought they were going to put it back to 2, but it looks like they're going to start the play at a 1:46. Now, Jacksonville still has 2 timeouts, but I have no idea what's going on. So I'm going to stay tuned into the game here as the commercial break. But you know what? Let me see if I can get some scores out real fast here. Green Bay is up 24-22 with 1:59 left in the fourth. We are at overtime. Seattle is 31-31. What a fun game in Detroit here. Keep in mind, I don't have the final scores because I'm on DraftKings, but let's do this here. Let's go to... All right, let's get some of these finals here. All right, so we got some finals here. Make sure I don't miss anything live here. Let's get some finals out of the way here. Baltimore wins in Cincinnati 27-24. I called that one. Tennessee beats the Chargers in overtime, taking the Chargers to 0-2. I missed that one. Tennessee wins 27-24. Tampa Bay beats Chicago, another game I missed. Bucks 27, Bears 17. Buffalo beats up the Raiders 38-10. And that's where we're at. The live games, we got some good ones. It looks like they're getting ready to start Giants and Cardinals here any second. But 31-31 Detroit and Seattle. Somebody let me know what's going on. And Green Bay's in a fun one, 24-22. Just under a minute left. So, yeah, they were offsetting after the conclusion of the play. All right, so it's offsetting penalties. Here's what I saw. Keys is that I saw a flag, and I saw a personal foul, and then the camera went over to Kelsey. Excluding Broncos, you hit the trifecta, and you need Hutch back. So you need Hutch back. So let's see what happens. Okay, so what it is that I didn't see any of this, so I have to go what you tell me. But the ball is all the way down to the 13, so it is offsetting penalties. 1st and 10 with 1:50 left in the game here. Jacksonville has 2 timeouts. Kansas City's going to run the ball right up the middle of the field. It's Isaiah Pacheco, gets a gain of 8. So Jacksonville's going to call a timeout here to stop the clock with 1:44 left in the game. So the way it works is that if Kansas City gets a first down and they don't score a touchdown, the game's over. If the Kansas City Chiefs score a touchdown, of course, Jacksonville will get the ball back, but they need to score 15 points. So Funk says game over. I don't have it updated yet. Kelsey is limping off the field. All right, I'm trying to find. It's not been updated on my end. I have no idea. I'm guessing from your reaction that they lost. 2nd and 3. It's a quick handoff here, and it's a first down for Pacheco, and even though the Jacksonville can stop the clock once, this game is over. This game is over. With about a minute left and no timeouts for the Jags, yes, this game's over. Now, Jacksonville's going to call a timeout, but with 1:38 left in the game, this game is over. Patrick Mahomes, we're going to see Patrick Mahomes take a knee. He may get a little cute and kind of huddle around, but Tyler Lockett, touchdown for the win. Don't worry about getting held on TV either. Hutch was held, AR around the neck and all. Man, I'm sorry, Funk. I really, really am. I really am. I was actually planning on trying to go to Luke G's show on Monday, but I kind of feel like I'd be a dick and rubbing it in. I'll hit him up and let him know. But I'll be on Luke's show sooner or later, but I don't want to come in after a loss and be a dick. Patrick Mahomes is going to stand, and and there's a little pushing. And to tell you the truth, the push is actually smart because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a Chiefs player to react and throw a punch, get a penalty, which would result in the clock stopping. Chiefs aren't going to fall for it. This game is over, folks. Chiefs 17, Jacksonville 9, and this was a game Jacksonville had every opportunity to win. I believe it was 12 penalties against the Chiefs, a couple turnovers, and the defense just what a great job. What a great job. What a great job by the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Chris Jones, massive impact in on the game. Yeah. Well, no matter what happens from here on, Lions fans still have their Super Bowl victory from week 1. I'm curious if people think I'm wondering if Lions fans think that they came out a little flat for this one. I'd be really curious because they really kind of did treat week 1 like a Super Bowl. I wonder if they came out flat. This will be the third and final kneel down as this game is over. It's now officially over. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 17-9. And there's a little bit of pushing here. Travis Kelsey doing a little trash talking. Not his best game, but still had a touchdown. Doug Peterson, Andy Reid shake hands in the middle of the field. My thoughts are I think Kansas City just kind of wants to get out of this as fast as they can and move on. They got Chicago next week. Yeah, he kind of came back a little feisty, a little rusty. Not the Chiefs' best victory. If you would have told me, hey, guess what? Kansas City's going to score 17 this week. I'm like, okay, we're going 0-2. This is going to be a shitty year. What a great job by the Kansas City Chiefs defense. What a great job by the Kansas City Chiefs defense. What a great job. What a great job by the Kansas City Chiefs defense. I can't say enough. Here, I'm going to switch channels here, and you know what? Why not? Let's have some bonus coverage. Let's do it. Bonus coverage here. Jordan Love back to pass, scores 24-25. Green Bay Packers trying to hold on here. It's 3rd and 10. We get bonus coverage. Why not? Green Bay is down 24-25 to the Atlanta Falcons. 42 seconds left in the game. It's 4th and 10. Let's see if Jordan Love can do some magic that his predecessors did. So you're going to get some bonus coverage. Why not? Why not bonus coverage? Why not? 4th and 10, Atlanta, Green Bay. Atlanta's up by 1, 4th and 10 at the 25-yard line. Green Bay is out of timeouts. So what they'll have to do is if they do get a completion, Jordan Love's back to pass across the middle of the field, and it's a catch. Green Bay will catch the ball. It's going to be 1st down. Jordan Love running to the line of scrimmage, motioning for a spike, and the clock has stopped for some reason. There's a flag on the play. And we're going to see what happens here. But 34 seconds left. An illegal shift. Oh, man. It's an illegal shift. Wipes out the 1st down. So Jordan Love's going to call everybody back. It also wipes off some time from the clock here. Don't care about week 1 all season. I said 2 things. 1, all streaks come, then more worried about what the Lions look like week 2. The defense did next to nothing today. I'm going to go back. I'll watch the game and see what I think. If you told me Kansas City's defense was going to hold that 0-9 and 3 that came off another botch, special teams going to know the 3 at the 1. Yeah, I know. Tennessee blasts our quarterback as he's kneeling. Last play, bench is clear. Dude's going, are you serious? Oh, I would have loved to seen that. Lions fans are getting stoned and on the hope after week 1. It's good to see the cockiness checked early. Have a good one, everyone. I'm out. Thanks. Hey, Keith, man, thank you, brother. I can't thank you enough for coming in here. I can't thank you. Also, I'm also hoping that you need to come back on Friday and talk with me. For everybody who's here wants to watch this bonus coverage, I mean, I wasn't really planning on doing this. So you're kind of getting a little impromptu action here, but why not? I decided to have some fun here. So you want to tune in here. Final play of the game here, which could be the final play of the game. They're taking a look at this one here as Atlanta is up by 1. They're trying to hold on to go 2-0. And Green Bay is trying to come back in this game instead of going 1-1. Keep in mind with Detroit losing and Chicago losing, they would be at 1-1. They're still not in bad shape because Chicago and Minnesota are 0-2, but they really want to stay neck and neck with Detroit. Keep in mind, these teams are going to play Thursday night, week 4. So that's going to be a very, very big game. And so we're at a booth review for Atlanta and Green Bay, and that's where we're at. And that's why we're having a stoppage of the play here. But let's have some fun. We'll just hang out here for a little bit, guys. So what is with you two? If we were like closer together, I'd take you guys out, buy you guys a couple drinks or something. But anyway, there looks like looks like that. Apparently, they're going to call that end of the game, and I apologize. I'm watching without sound, so I didn't see what was happening. So that was the end of our bonus coverage. But we do have. It looks like all the early games here are finals. Buffalo beats the Raiders 38-10. Baltimore 27, Cincinnati 10. I want both you guys to stop it. I'm not really happy with either one of you right now. You both are great for the show, but you both are acting like children's, and so yeah, I'm not happy with either one of you. So both of you guys stop it. Oh man, dude, you do not want to miss Tuesday's show. I got the Greek, maybe the top sports handicap, maybe the best NFL handicapper in the world, maybe the best as he's coming on. You don't want to miss Tuesday's show. If you're into sports betting, even slightly interested in sports betting, you really, 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 really don't want to miss Tuesday's show. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a real good one. It's going to be a fantastic show. I can't tell you how geeked out I am about having this guy on. I didn't think he would come on my show, but he is, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. I'm really, really, really excited about it. It's going to be awesome. I know. No. I'm not. It's not that. It's here's the deal. Like, both you guys apologized to me, but you guys haven't apologized to each other, and I understand. I understand. And no, it has something to do with that. Dude, Funk, you've been here. Me and you have been talking football for years. And I kind of just, I want both you guys just to drop it. And I'm not picking sides here. I'm trying to be diplomatic about it. But I just want you guys to drop it, both of you. Please. I'm asking nicely. So, but final scores here: Buffalo 38-10 over the Raiders, Baltimore 27, Cincinnati 24, Seattle wins in overtime. Seattle in overtime over the Lions, 37-10. 37-31 in overtime. Chargers fall to Tennessee, 27-24 in overtime. Tampa Bay 27, Chicago 17. Kansas City, of course, beats Jacksonville 17-9. And Kansas City 17, Jacksonville 9, the game we're doing today, and Indianapolis beats up Houston 31-20. And that's all I have here. Slasher, you got your touchdown. I'm very happy for you. That's awesome. Man, I mean, it's just been a great week of games here. Just a great week of games. I can't thank you guys enough for coming on. I can't thank you guys enough for joining the show. You really, really, really don't want to miss Tuesday's show. And it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. This is it doesn't matter how big in the sports betting you are or are not. This is going to be one of the best guests I've ever had on. And by the way, I've had some really great guests on: Luke G, Keys, the Back Talk Brothers, all these guys. But this is maybe the best NFL handicapper in the country. So you don't want to miss Tuesday's show. I'm super geeked out to have him on. So listen, guys, if there's nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and just wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't thank you enough. Please do like, please do subscribe, please do share. And I hope to see everybody back on Tuesday.